What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the clubhouse. How are we all feeling tonight?
I mean, I was feeling pretty good till I didn't even make the special guest segment of that intro. Like, I'm just the many more. So
Curtis.
I mean,
Kurt. I remade that at the beginning of the year. If I were to remake that,
we just wanted you to know how you rated amongst us, Curtis. That's
exactly.
Right.
At the beginning of the year, I was like,
Yeah.
You weren't as regular yet.
Okay.
As regular.
All right.
Trust me, next update,
How do you know about his regularity?
Exactly.
Look, we're all of a certain age. We're all using a bit of Metamucil, right? Or is that just me? I know I just hit 40.
It's okay. I'll just ride Joe G's coattails. I just
there you go.
That image that came across was both of us, really. So.
That's both of us.
Yeah.
It took me a whole year to get in there. I don't know. Come on, man. I heard.
Right? Kenny had to work his butt off to get on screen.
I have a feeling there'll be plenty of Curtis love tonight.
Oh, I have a feeling there definitely will be. I've had a sneak peek at tonight's slides.
I'm such an idiot. This whole time I thought that was like him asleep. I didn't realize that was like his still image. I was like, we're gonna wake up Bud or what?
I'm just
like
toasted. I mean,
that's how excited he is for this telethon.
Really, it is his live. It is his live feed. He's just so toasted. He's just can't even move his mouth when he talks.
That's awesome.
Well, guys, it's really good to see you all. As you know, last week I took off, and even before that I took off. Allergies is always a really tough time of the year. You know, sinuses get, inflamed. I cough a lot. It steals my voice. It's not cool. It really sucks. So, I definitely had to take the week off, relax a little, rest the voice, especially due to the fact that apparently I'm going to be going 24 hours for the next day. Look at that, Curtis. Just
I mean, you sat there the night before you said that you were going to be playing with my package. You teased it. You told everybody that you were going to be playing with my package on Saturday. And then Saturday comes and you're like, you know what? I've got a headache. Like totally typical like relationship bullshit. And I'm like, take an Advil, get over it. You just don't make promises.
Play with my package.
That's all I'm saying.
Look,
Excuses.
You know what? I may have delayed paying with your package, but I played with your package pretty fucking hard last night on Off-World, and I bet you it was worth the additional weight. All right, Curtis?
I woke up Bud. Look, Bud woke up for that.
I want to play with Oz's package. I'm waiting. I want to play with that package all day.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one, bud. You're gonna love that.
Definitely the after hours segment of the telethon.
Oh yeah, there's a reason that my show gets put, in the hours when you'd think nobody really wants to watch. 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. But let's face it, anybody who's used to this Clubhouse crew, they absolutely know this is the kind of shit to expect from this channel. And sometimes even worse.
Terrence is in the chat. He's at the call center right now. So
he's at the call center, and let's let people know right now, you guys, over the next 24 hours, phone lines are open. Call in to the call center. You guys, we really, really need to do our best to try and push hard. And we really, really want to get Beyithirr to that final stretch goal. Okay. We want to see Beyithirr's furry.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told that
I think that's what it is, right?
Beyithirr's furry. It's Beyithirr's pet. All kinds of craziness goes on there. I heard there's yiffing involved. Jordan was telling me there was yiffing involved.
I know, just walking around MosquitoCon, there were a lot of furries there, and I learned a lot, when I was there. And there's different levels to this. Some people just had like the ears and the painted nose. Some just had the paws, and some were like fully head to toe. So I don't know on Beyithirr's furry. I don't know what we're getting, whether it's a whole head to toe or what. But it'll be exciting.
Full scale.
Well, he works for a dragon, so he's got to be like a level 10 fury.
Yeah. Probably like use the litter box and stuff.
Yeah, collar.
Yeah. I could see that.
Is this an actual customer service line, or is this just like Van's cell phone though?
No, it's a customer service line that's been set up for this telethon.
Oh,
yeah, check it out.
Cool.
Definitely give them a call. They want to hear from you, so make sure you call in.
I've got something to open tonight too. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Holy crap! Curtis has something to open tonight. Speaking of which, let's just go around. I'm going to show off what I've got to open here. Look at Brick. Look at Brick with that nice. Now that is the Storm Collectibles.
Dare to Dream. Not yet. Well, not that this isn't great, but I really want to see that Storm Arena. And the Storm Collectibles. This is Jada from last weekend at WonderCon. They had him in LA.
Nice.
I was holding up the toes for Curtis, but he's not here right now. But I know he and I both seem to now feel similarly about toes.
Yuck.
Right. Cover them up. Don't have them out at the cons, folks. Nobody. Look, we all know the number one cause of con crud is having your toesies out at conventions.
It's con toes. Yeah.
Con toes.
Yeah. You want to embiggen me for a second? It's okay. I'll wait. All right.
If you could, please, embiggen Curtis.
You ready? You ready for this?
I played with his package and now he's big.
Dun, dun,
He's got the Thanos.
You got the Thanos homage.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You have no idea the places that I'm going to put Thanos' head. Good. So that's it. You can in me now.
That's awesome.
Still trying to find a wig that fits him.
So we do have our team at the call center. That's going to be Terrence St. John as well as Gina. These guys, they're working hard. They're going to be working through the next 24 hours, taking all your calls. Make sure you're dialing into that number below so that they can hear from you. They want to hear from you. And look at this. The Creative Beast Studios right now, their dragon is just releasing and shipping out. This thing is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that tail. And I didn't realize that, Murlocs were into riding dragons, but now we know.
Yeah.
You get them enough drinks, they are.
What's the verdict, Thanos? You've had him for a couple of days, right? You've opened it up for a little bit now?
On this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. A lot of movement, like in the tail, a bunch of different segments and stuff. The neck is like super posable too. You can go far up and far down. I mean, I wish it had like some gripping claws and
Mhm.
like if it was a little bit bigger, it would scale up my stuff better. But I mean, you can't argue with the sculpt and
Yeah.
there's tongue in there. Like, he's cool. He's really cool.
Does the tongue move at all?
I don't think so. I'm afraid to try to get it to. Like,
Sure.
I don't want to like
Get him
There
enough
it is.
drinks. It does.
It does. It moves. Yeah. Well, I told you mine is somewhere. It's kind of weirdly in this limbo state now. I was trying to get it this week, so whatever. I'll figure it out on Monday.
Yeah, they wanted you to pick it up, right?
Yeah, and then it said, anyways, yes, and the people receiving it, it's just a mess. Anyways, whatever. Come on, UPS, get it together. But it looks great.
Right.
Looks great. Damn, look at the paint.
I think so. Outstanding looking. Absolutely.
Especially when you see it next to the Murloc, which is like intentionally a little bit more cartoony and simplified. It's wild.
Yeah. And then I won this from the highly posable channel. Bantor painted it.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah, that robot's awesome.
So
Bud showed off his too. That was cool.
Bud got one too?
Didn't Bud? Was that you, Thanos, that posted in the chat?
No.
Yeah, I posted in the chat.
Oh, it was Thanos. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, the paint job looks great.
I was looking at it when I was
weathering.
drinking, so.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not getting great lighting here.
Who painted it?
Bantor?
Bantor.
He hangs out in the chat on highly posable.
Okay. Yeah, the weathering on that's cool. I think that's a game one too, right? I think that's the same one I have.
I'm not sure what the actual droid was. It was just a giveaway they were doing. I got lucky.
Damn.
Yeah, it looks like the
paint
one
job.
almost from Skeleton Crew.
Be great for a post.
No, but I think it's the game one because I got the same thing. It's like a guard and Jedi Fallen, but it's all black with some red highlights. So it's kind of cool to see how they work that thing. That's great.
All right,
and then
guys,
I'm trying not to buy toys, but I didn't. I couldn't pass this guy. I would have regretted it.
Yeah,
I love the color. Freaking love the colors on him.
Very cool.
You can get a lot of fun shots out of him, I'm sure.
All right, guys, I'm going to try to make it through the chat here and say hey to everybody. So I'm not going to spend too much time, but I'm going to make sure I call it out here. We got All About the Villains first in chat saying, yo, 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 Delta 17. Hey, all in the land of Oz. What's going on, Steve? Good to see you. Dave Orkin is here. What's up, brother? Glad to have you. Paul Morales, Mythic Dolphin in the house saying at 9 p.m. 405 update, 3 Beyithirr funded, 3,386 sold, unlocks, full Benegar, Ashen Skeleton upgrade, 3.5K, 114 left to go to hit that. We get Beyithirr, and then 614 to get the Beyithirr's Fury, Fiery Breath, 2,648 already unlocked. And Epic Wings, 1,980. Again, all the way unlocked. Full upgrade package for both those secondary figures with those. We have Mendoza here with us. What is up, brother? Henryu is in the house. Frankie Rivera. Nolan is here, and you know that makes this fully official toy tube right now. We've got Fat Red Foo, Rhea Black. That is Nolan's better half. What is going on? Carver Customs joining us. Soul Powered, GI Jetman. I am TJ Williams. The H is silent, as you know. Todd here with us. 3-star draw hanging out. KJ Smith is with us. Evil Stick, what is going on? Good to have you here. Lone Dragon says, I have come here to chew bubble ass and kick gum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't wow on that. I'm sorry. I just saw Empire Toy Shop has a raffle.
Yep.
$10, 80 slots. Somebody gets a dragon.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They were posting about it earlier, telling you to tag a friend, and you know what? I got to jump in on that.
So yeah, if you can't afford a full dragon yourself, get a raffle ticket.
There you go. There you go. All right. Master Versal Toy Hunter hanging out with us. Eldor, good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Terrence, of course, as we pulled him up before, he is here joining us. We got Vine Jungle Figure Factory, Alan, Freaks Figures, Guaysigwe Echevar. I can't roll the R's. You know, I tried to do the whole thing. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. We got Bryman XL here, Schmerber with us. What's going on, brother? Hey, you got the link. Come on if you want to join us. We've got Gina here with us. Thank you, Gina. And let's see, Skyfall hanging out. We got Mudhorn Station. And I did want to bring this up from GI Jetman. What can we talk about tonight? The only dragon I know is Smog. Well, guess what? Bud spent quite a bit of time this week putting together a slideshow just so we can go through several different dragons across media. Believe me, there's no way to get all of them, but we made sure to get some good popular ones.
Yeah, like a good hour, but we'll
especially the Motu ones.
There is some Motu dragon in there. We've got collectible fun. I already pulled up Guaysigwe. We got Greg, formerly the Brute Scale. Speedy healing, my friend. Speedy healing. You know, Greg went in for some surgery this week, and he's been resting up. I've had to help him go to the bathroom several times because he's not allowed to lift heavy things anymore.
Yep.
Dave's Dimension is here. What is up, brother? And let's see. We've got Mirko Caldera. What is up? Andrew Davis here with us. Greg saying, I'm so excited about this dragon. I'm about to pop out my stitches. Don't do that, Greg. Don't do it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Stanley Eberhard saying, checking in. Good luck, dragon backers. Absolutely. Because even if you're not getting one, man, this is just cool to be a part of this and really, really push and see this thing come together. It's outstanding. I mean, fortunately, we know the dragon's going to be back. Now we're just really, really pushing for those extra stretch goals towards the end. We want to see the final stretch go all the way to 4K. Latin Legions Action Figure Podcast is here saying, what's up, hermanos? What is up, my friend? Good to see you. Come and join us if you want. We've got Zulala saying hello. And Terrence is mentioning, by the way, if you like dragons and you like awesome t-shirts, stay tuned to Medieval Creations. Something awesome is coming, and Oz, you're going to love the colors. Ooh.
Speaking of dragon shirts, Retro Rags has the David Williams
they got the Beyithirr shirt
logo. Yeah, that's up there. So
yeah, I definitely need to put my order in for that because we're gonna love it. And honestly, Retro Rags Limited, they make good quality stuff. You know, got hoodie, got a couple of shirts and everything like that. It's awesome.
It's officially licensed stuff from Four Horsemen. So
from Four Horsemen, absolutely. Oh, Eldor is popping that link in here for the raffle entry.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Eldor. Appreciate you putting that in there.
Who knows? You gotta, if you buy one ticket, you got a 1 in 80 shot.
That's right. You gotta go for it. Ray Black reminding everybody, don't forget to hit that like button. And that's right, folks. You got to hit that like button so Trevor Williams knows where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Happy Accident joining us saying at work, but saying hi, toy on. Happy, it is good to see you, my friend. Thank you. Oh. All right. So just coming in now, real quick here, and I got something to play.
Wow, busy. They're busy tonight.
Oh, they are so busy. We got Terrence and Gina popping in from the call center. How are things going?
It's been nonstop. The phone's been ringing. We've gotten all sorts of calls from all over, everywhere, basically. People calling in, asking all sorts of questions about the dragon, asking questions about parts of the dragon, some more exhaustive than others, but all sorts of questions. We've been doing our best to answer the questions that we can. Obviously, we haven't gotten a fully realized dragon yet, but that's what we're working towards. It's been crazy, but I mean exciting because as of the last update at 9 o'clock, we were at something like 3,380 something dragons sold. So we're going to do our best over this next 20 some odd hours to get us to 4,000. And I think, you guys are in this too. I mean, hopefully everyone gets on board, and I hope everyone's calling us because, we're trying to answer the phones as best as possible. But if you can't get to the phone, by all means, leave us a message. That is a real number. I know there's some people have questioned it, but they should definitely be calling in.
Keep up the good work, guys. You're doing God's work.
I agree. And thank you for being here so we can get that live update. We do appreciate it. Dave, working. If you call into the hotline, you could probably ask that question. But I mean, I've heard that pretty much every figure comes with wing adapters, so I wouldn't see why we wouldn't have a wing adapter from Beyithirr as well. Might help, fit those wings on there. Also, just coming in hot from the mines of Moria, we've got Joe G Customs hanging out with us.
What up, Joe?
How's it going, everybody?
What's going on, sir?
Tell you what,
as fast as I could.
What's up, Joe?
We appreciate it. And the sex appeal, Joe's mustache, has finally shown up. Now we're going to get all the lady viewership on.
Very nice.
Well, I don't know about that, but I hear dragons love good mustaches. So
everybody loves a mustache ride.
That's it. Man, we got more and more people jumping in here. I know I've seen enough people must have hit that like, because Trevor is here in the chat joining us. 16 shooter. What is up, brother? You got the link. Hop on, brother. We've got Shannon Hops in here saying,
"That's Alan's
gentlemen." Wife. That's Alan's wife. I mean, that is a staple of the show. That is Alan's wife. She's here. Good to see you, Shannon. Thank you for being here. And we got, I think I said Zulala already. But hey,
you got a hand down there at the bottom.
Got a hand.
Well, I got a hand at the bottom. Yes, Terrence.
By the way, I just want to also make sure people out there who are on the fence about buying this dragon, concerned about shipping prices, if they happen to be have the means to come to New Jersey, we are going to be having an awesome party when they do the warehouse pickup. So I hope that people don't let that stop them. Come on, hang out with us. We're going to have a great party. As many people who want to come and chill out and have some fun, meet up with more members from the Cabal or just fans of dragons. You don't have to be a Cabal member to hang out with us and enjoy your dragon. But we're going to have a hell of a party, and we hope that everyone comes down. So don't let that shipping price get in the way. Come on down and hang out with us.
Mm-hmm. I got to agree with you. Like I said, I think honestly that's a great deal. Save yourself the cost of shipping. Put a couple dollars in the tank. Go drive to Jersey and pick it up and hang out with a lot of awesome people. Even if you aren't picking up a dragon, go up, hang out, and kind of help some people out. They might need help loading their VW Volkswagens full of dragons. Curtis showing he's lined up and ready. He's got a bandolier.
That's only 20 hours of energy. Curtis is going to crash right at the end.
Crash out right as Just Shelve It is going to be gone.
My daughter just brought that as she came home from work. So I'm going to cruise through the first 4 on just adrenaline alone. That'll get me through the rest. So.
All right. Sean McLaughlin joining us saying, let's go. That's absolutely right. And I got to say, one of the best little thumbnail pictures of all time right there. The Headless Horseman from Figure Obscura, the figure that got me into collecting, Mythic Legions and more modern 4 Horsemen products, as I followed them for years and didn't realize. So, JD Gibson saying, so how are we getting these dragons sold? Jerry Lewis style? That's the idea. You look, visit the website. I did drop the link to Store Horseman in the chat. However, again, storehorseman.com. It's not too hard to figure out. Head on over there. You guys, you can buy your dragon. You can buy your fiery breath. You can buy the wings. You can buy the wings and the head and not get the dragon if you so choose. That's up to you. I recommend getting all of it if you can. So definitely JD Gibson, go check it out. But also, again, the hotlines, call in, folks. They want to hear from you. Terrence and Gina are standing by waiting for your calls. As you can see, we are so busy, and we've got gluten-free lifestyle saying, we hitting 4K, boys. Well, you're damn sure we're going to try, and we're getting closer every hour.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots
All
of
right.
ways. You can buy the dragon and sell the figures. You could buy the figures, sell the dragon. You could split it with somebody. You could get in with somebody and share custody of the dragon. 6 months at one location, 6 months at another. Maybe you get it on the weekends, every other weekend. You just have partial custody. A lot of
summers and
different ways to do
holidays.
this. Yeah.
You can buy one for anyone on stream. Good.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put that out there right now. Absolutely, 100%. If you want to buy for anybody on screen, do so.
There you go. I did see a question about getting updates from Jeremy. Jeremy is sleeping right now. This is past Jeremy's bedtime. But I do know in the morning he is planning on giving us updates every hour. And he is also planning on jumping in on a bunch of the streams throughout the day tomorrow. So
that's right, folks.
He was on
we're the late night.
Yeah, he was on the pre-show with a lot of the other folks from the studio. We had an excellent pre-show. The pre-show, man, it was jamming with a bunch of folks from the studio, and they're very appreciative of everything that's going on over this next 24 hours. That this is a fan-led thing to, really just drive awareness and build some excitement, and hopefully bring this thing in to 4,000 or above. So,
yeah, it's complete. It's really mind-boggling how somehow a bunch of idiots that love playing with toys have managed to put together this kind of thing, but somehow we get it done, folks. We just get it done.
I have a question. Have we actually gotten any kind of charts from Brian Brink on how this has been trajecting?
I haven't seen anything, but I'm not sure.
I know he had talked about it like a few weeks ago, but I didn't know if that was something that was being updated. So
I know that Jeremy said when he was on, I think it was on Saturday Day Live earlier, he said if the last day of this campaign trends the way that just their normal pre-orders go on the last day, that we'll hit 4,000. So, and that's, with this, obviously, because you're having to pay up front, there's probably some people that are waiting to the end, and there might be some people that were just waiting to see what all stretch goals were unlocked before they jump in. So now that we've got so many stretch goals unlocked, you may have some folks jumping in at the last minute. 4,000 is definitely within sight. We were at 3,380 or something last we checked. So, it's very possible.
I think something else that was pretty awesome today, I don't know if the guy addressed earlier on the pre-show because I was so busy here at the call center, but I thought it was great that they put out that message about how the tariffs are not going to affect, their sale, that they're going to hold the price at that. And so again, I think that's a great sense of reassurance,
Yeah.
Well, they don't intend. We're not going to argue over language. They say they don't intend. We don't know where
Jeremy said that they consider these pre-orders a contract. So, they have no intention of charging us that. And it's 2 years away, or practically.
Yeah. Who knows?
That there's a lot of things that are going to change between then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is. Either way, I'm excited. All right. So we've got Greg in the house here. He's saying 4,420 is the number they're hitting.
I'm wondering why he picked that number.
That seems like a really random number. How weird.
Yeah.
No, it's a really good brown note. It's a number that I can get behind. That's for sure.
Bud can get behind that number too.
I'm already there.
He's living in that number.
That's right.
He is all about that number right now.
It smells funny here.
All right, guys. My hands are off the chat, so if anybody's going to bring stuff up and all like that, feel free. I've got figures to open tonight, and I'm starting with probably one of the best figures. Most of you guys have seen it. One of the best figures I've seen all year.
The Thanos copter figure?
Yes. No, it's not the Thanos copter figure. But this one here is, I'm not into Templars. Like, I'm really not that big into Templars. But this guy has caught my eye since the pre-order went up. And then after I've really started to see everybody get it in hand, there's no way that I could not buy Sir Elijah. This figure is gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. Down to those sweet sea Jessam soft goods, and again the new night body, that chainmail hood, and of course we've got swappable face plates. It's got the new neck. I'm digging this. All the accessories, that extra paint app on, like, you know, the weapons and daggers. So good. So good. There's so much to love about this figure. So I went in and now I'm buying Templars apparently too. Son of a bitch. They keep pulling me in. As soon as I think I can resist something.
Was Bishop the horse that they had the Templar emblem on and they changed it?
No.
No, that was the next one in
Deacon.
Oh, that was Deacon. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the one coming out with All Star 6, which, mind you, that's just a couple months away too.
Drunk
Yeah, they said it should be hitting the water very shortly.
Alexander.
Yeah. So.
And just popping out these extra pieces here. I'm going to mute myself so that we don't get too much plastic ruffle.
Andrew Davis had the opportunity to hang out with the Four Horsemen last weekend at Toylanta. Picked up 4 ATL 25s, a legendary barbarian. Now he's going full Monty to get the dragon. I mean, on this dragon.
So I thought that would give me the dragon.
Me and Andrew Davis just never to meet up. I never know that he's at a con on that, and I find out after the fact. Me and him missed each other at Joe Fest. We missed each other at Legion's Con. We were supposed to meet up, and it just didn't happen. So I didn't even know he was at Toylanta.
You guys missed each other at PowerCon in 2023 too. That's the first time I met Andrew.
The crackhead situation. He was
there.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, we met up outside at the restaurant. Andrew Davis just came up to me, like, you know, you saw his emblem. It's just that A. I don't know what he looks like. And then just this random guy comes up to me while I'm in the con and starts talking about power bombing me through a table. And I'm like, whoa. One of my favorite meetings of anybody in the toy sphere was that, because again, it pulled in my wrestling and just, it was great. It was fantastic. Don't everybody talk at once now. Sorry.
So TSJ, they think Empire Toys is in New York City.
I mean, that would make sense with the name.
New York City.
Yeah. New York. He gets his salsa from New York City.
That really chaps my hide.
And K Roll is in the house. What's up, K Roll?
K Roll. That's my sister. So I like
you
it
can't
when Ray,
do that. That's Alan's. No.
It's Alan's shtick, but I used to say my sister Carol so much that Ray Black just calls her Sister Carol in the chat now. So it sounds like we're kind of a religious cult, but that's cool.
You know, in 3rd grade, I had a teacher, and she was a nun, and we called her Sister Carol. So there you go.
There you go.
She was a nice nun.
No yardsticks.
That's good.
Is that an oxymoron?
No, at that point, it was. I mean, it was the 80s. They kind of stopped hitting them by then, you know.
Maybe where you were.
I was going to say, maybe where you were. I got to buy a yardstick.
I don't think everybody got that memo.
I was during the 80s with the Catholic Church.
I was going to say, given your Catholic upbringing, did you blink when they mentioned the names of the horses? With Deacon and Bishop? Is that right? Is there a cardinal and an archbishop? And I wonder if that's intentional. I wonder where they got those names from.
Well, you know, obviously the Templar Knights, or, you know,
right.
The Templars have a history with the Catholic Church and whatnot, but at the same time, they make it clear all the time that mythos is not Earth. You know what I mean? So it's not like a direct connection to any religion that we have on this planet. But I mean, you can't deny the symbolism and the appearance of the characters and whatnot. I mean,
I heard the horse was named after Deacon Jones, so
yeah.
that's what I'm going with.
And he's one of the 4 horsemen, right?
That does sound like it. Yeah, it's true for sure.
What's up, Briscoe?
Briscoe.
Oh man.
Wait a second, Joe. That really comes around, right? Because Deacon Jones was part of the Four Horsemen for the Rams, right?
Is that what they called them? I
thought they did, didn't they?
Trouble remembering because that was
with like Earl Olson or what was his name? The guy that did the FTD flowers.
Yes,
Merlin Olson.
Merlin Olson. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Grizzly Adams.
See, I thought I knew stuff with the church references, and now you talk sports, and I'm lost again. Thanks, guys.
Hold on,
it's all circular. It's all circular. It comes around.
No, it was fearsome foursome. I'm sorry. It was wrong.
There we go.
I mean, I would probably be okay with sports references if it was in this century. So,
Deacon Jones, Merlin Olson, Rosie Greer, and Lamar Lundry.
Hell yeah! Back when
LA Rams.
I agree.
Back when
football was football.
There you go. I was trying to think of a non-offensive way to say.
Yeah. I got you, Joe.
Back when they weren't a bunch of
Look, it's okay to be offensive on here. I mean, the answer I almost gave when people were talking about hearing the names of horses, I was going to say, I bet you some people's buttholes puckered.
Could be.
Yeah. That probably happens fairly often.
Thanos' face and how the chat got quiet after that one, I hit the mark.
Thankful I never signed up to be an altar boy, so I was okay.
All right. I did want to give
made it through. Yes.
Extra special shout out. Tony's Figs in the house. One of the greatest customizers in the Toy Fair. Like, seriously, Tony's always doing great work. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining us tonight.
You know, speaking of customizers, there is this one guy I saw that did like a crystal castle this week. Did you see that?
I heard he broke it.
I don't know about a crystal castle. Yeah, I heard it broke,
really
but
cool.
You know what? I don't know.
Hold on. Let me move my Four Horsemen figures.
Too soon.
The latest. Kenzo was just showing off some of the latest Four Horsemen figures.
This one's signed.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, it is. Look at that Disco Skelly. I love that figure.
Sweet.
Hey, Corey's joined us. What's up, Corey?
What is up, Corey? Good to see you, brother. He is also recovering from a bit of surgery right now. All right, look at that beautiful Crystal Palace right behind, sitting right in front of the cat's lair. And it just brings back all that sweet goodness, from Shira and Princess of Power. 40th anniversary this year for Princess of Power, by the way. And we got a Princess of Power Modi.
No.
That is an amazing thing.
It's all right. Took some work. It was good.
Jesse's mentioning he just cleaned out all of his extra Legions backer cards and bios. Whoa. I bet that was a lot. And the man collects is in the house. And what's up, Clubhouse? What is up, brother? Good to see you here. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Well, we're getting votes to start the slides.
Start the slides? All right. I'll tell you what, I'll bring it up here, but somebody else is going to have to click through it because I still got a lot of toys to open. I got a ton of toys tonight.
Well, if you weren't taking Saturday off all the time, Oz, Jesus.
Yeah, geez.
Oh, shit.
I hit 1K, and now I'm just like, too big for my britches.
He's coasting now.
Let all these lowlifes handle this stuff. Do my dirty work for me, boys.
He found that he gets more subscribers when he's not on the stream.
Damn it, Curtis. You almost made me spit out my coffee, and that's a sin. It's true, though.
That's the trick.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Somebody was asking about Brian Brink earlier tonight. Says, I heard someone was asking, my dragon chart is on Geek Dad Life. Guys, go check it out again.
I'll drop
I'm
it
not familiar
in the
with
chat.
Geek Dad Life. Thank you, Brick. I appreciate that.
We have to go there. We can't just bring it up here on screen. What kind of show are we?
I could, but we just started doing the slideshow, so I could. Let's see if we can work through the slideshow, and then we're going to bring up the chart.
Okay.
We're the type of show that has a PBS telethon. That's what type of show we are.
Right. Jerry Lee Lewis coming out.
Members like you
next.
make it possible.
The members like you, yeah.
You know what? When the volunteers at the call center ask, we should honor their requests.
That's true, because they are the ones hard at work.
They're working hard out there. So
well, this is as close as we get to going to a tote board. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
You guys get like
let's see where things are at. So this is the chart, folks. Shout out to Brian Brink and Geek Dad Life.
Yes.
Let's take a look. So it looks like, yep, as of, I don't know what time this is. Where's this? Brian, help me out here. But it's at the 3386 mark. So that was the most recent, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So that is reflective of the current. And what I think is fascinating is the curve on this guy when you compare it to some of the other Brian Brink charts. He famously tracks a bunch of crowdfunding, including Has Labs and whatnot. So here is, just for comparison, let's take a look. What do you want to compare it to, actually? Well, here, you all talk through this one. Is there anything you want to say about it? You wanted to ask TSJ?
Well, I guess I was just trying to get an idea of, like, obviously, how much movement there's been, like, in these last few days, or obviously it sounds like we've had a lot of movement, but, like, you know, trying to figure out where we might end up tomorrow. Brian seems to be pretty good at predicting such things. So I didn't know if he had any ideas on that.
Yeah, what's not here, so you can kind of see all this. Well, if you're not familiar with reading the chart, here are the different stretch goals. Here down here is the timeline and sort of when things happen. So right on April 2nd is when you sort of see the last stretch goal sort of revealed, Beyithirr's Fury. There's a little bit of an uptick, and, you know, again, we're headed here in the last the last stretch. And so I think a lot of people are fully expecting a lot of activity these last couple of days. So we do see a little bit of that here. Definitely see the curve kind of heading up there. And then the other stuff that's reflected here are, so this is Beyithirr's the red line. You got the gold line, that's the fiery breath with figure. And then the green is the what's the other one? Epic Wings.
Right.
So I don't know. You guys talk while I pull up some other ones for comparison, because I think it's kind of neat.
I think it's neat how it never really flattened out.
Yep.
You know, there was just constant movement on it. And that I think was a good sign also.
Yeah, it didn't seem to really stall out, you know?
Yeah, and with these things, there usually is that sort of middle period where it does stall. And also got to remember, like with your Kickstarters or with your Has Labs, they don't charge you till the end, right? This thing charged as soon as you placed your order. So there isn't that usual sort of like, well, let's wait till the last minute, which is logical, right? Because I'm sorry, there's the other way around. There is that logical, like you would think people would wait because they don't want to be charged until the very, very last minute. But a lot of folks were like, nah, early on and throughout. They kind of just kept going. There's a really healthy rise these first couple of days throughout almost half the time period. And then you get sort of a slow climb instead of a plateau. And then
I'm looking on my phone. I'm just kind of curious. Is it able to be like, are we able to tell if it jumped more radically, like after like different stretch goals were hit? Or
so you'll see here stretch goal back on, what is that, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th day. Is that right? Yeah. So it crossed the main goal of backing the dragon, and then it sort of actually, if anything, as far as the previous rise, it sort of coincided with maybe a slower, more gradual rise. But then once it hit, the next stretch goal would have been what? stretch goal 1, a little bit of a climb. I don't know that it's so much coinciding with the stretch goals. Yes,
thank you.
Coincide
with people's paychecks. Look at the pay period there. The 31st and the 1st.
I was going to say, I always think you see the biggest jumps right on those paydays. You know, when those pay weeks hit, that's when you tend to see the most.
Yeah.
Now I lost you guys. What am I? Oh, there it is. I was like, why is it not moving? Yep. Sorry, I'm following Brian's comment, looking for the dragonfly.
Dragon versus dragonfly. And for you sports fans out there, Houston up by 1 with 19 seconds left against Duke. Also, although we can't see them because I have all of us off screen to try to give as much space as I can to the chart, Trevor, 1-6 shooter, has joined us. How you feeling tonight, Trevor?
Hey, man. I'm all right.
I know you were busy. Issues. I know you were busy earlier on Saturday Day Live. Thank you for all the kind words from you and the boys over there. Always appreciate that.
It's looking good. My prediction earlier today was 42-40, I think, is what I said.
So you're kind of doing the reverse of what Greg said. Greg says he wants 44-20, and you're doing 42-40. I'm noticing a very round theme here with similar numbers, but
yeah, well, all our predictions today on SDL. SDL. We're right in that pocket, like 41-44. You know, everybody thinks it's going to make the 4, but not go crazy over that. But could be wrong.
Who knows? Hopefully, this telethon, maybe we'll get the 5. Who knows?
That's right.
What I've got up here is the dragonfly, and I just looking at that overall shape. Here's the HasLab Ghost, very similar sort of shape with that up, kind of flatten out a little, and then to the moon.
Plateau.
But then you've got the dragon, so it's just kind of the steady gradual.
We'll do something similar, rise. I think.
Hey, Oz, bring back gluten-free styles comment. It's pretty on the nose.
Here it is. There you go. U.S. stock market doing an inverse of the Beyithirr chart. That means sell your shares and buy Bay. Technical analysis proves it's safer.
Yep.
I'm kind of waiting for the emergence of a new continent and a dragon. Maybe it'll shake up our real world.
Room in the Pacific.
Here? Oh yeah, no.
In our real world.
Yeah. Are we? Hey, this telethon. Are we giving away tote bags or anything like that? Or we got hats? Or no?
Hope. That's what we're giving away tonight.
Hope bags.
I should have actually.
Them's the charts. Go check them out, folks.
Giveaway. See, I put my dragon on my PayPal credit card. I figured I might as well get a little cash back. There you go. That's what's up.
Think there's any chance that we could get Trevor to use his calendar powers to give us an extra day for the campaign? What do you think?
Well, that would make our entire last 24-hour drive kind of pointless.
I mean, Trevor does work for Big Calendar, right?
Yeah, I've been sworn not to do that.
I heard he wasn't Big Calendar. He was.
He definitely serves Big Calendar. No doubt about that.
You want to head back to the slideshow and handle that, Oz?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull that up. Like I said, I'm going to need somebody to do the clicks for me because I'm too busy opening a sketchbook 2-pack. Thank you very much, Curtis, for the 1K gift, brother.
You got that, Ed? Or Ed's not here. I got that for now.
I appreciate it, Brick.
Wait, first off, is a Gamer Bud back on screen or no?
Yes.
You want to walk us through?
There is movement there.
I know. I was going to say, it's really hard for me to tell what is what, buddy.
Your awake face looks so much like your sleeping face.
That was a great response, though.
What's up?
Are you gonna take us through this dragons in media, man?
Oh, yeah.
Talk us through the dragons
in media. Bum, bum, bum.
Do you got clicky power or no?
No.
Okay, I got you.
I'm just on my
You
phone.
tell me.
Okay.
You just let me know, man. I'm clicking right now.
Little beep.
You can click it. All right. Or more importantly, my new 4-hour slideshow.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
You can click
Dedicated to Curtis.
Let me just enjoy this artwork here.
So this was Bud's original title for the whole slideshow was Dragons in Motu. I had to remind him like 6 times. And other media.
I added the and more.
Other media is overrated.
All right. Fascinating. Lots of Motu. Look, so the first 45 minutes is Motu and then 15 minutes of non-Motu. Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep. Just kidding.
I love that you have a just kidding slide. Ooh. Tech Dragon.
The first thing that popped into my head, Dragon Sword. You could count Mecha Godzilla maybe because it's very similar to like Dragon Sword, but no. But yes, Dragon Sword is very iconic. Most people know what it is.
And we're looking at toys here, right? Are these Super 7s?
Yes. So the one on the right is Super 7. The one on the left is the Hasbro Ascend series, I think it was called.
Huh. So the one with the missiles is Super 7.
It was like a
Yeah, missiles is ultimates. Connor loves that toy.
So the one on the left can actually transform.
I'm pretty sure that's Spaghetti Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those fingers are rad. Are those like alternate hands? Is that what they did?
Jesse, cool. It only does magic missiles when it's not saving its spell slots for another fight.
Those are actually
Legion's Quest callback.
Yeah. I can't remember if it's an actual just hand swap out or if they plug into the fingertips.
Fuck you, Curtis.
That are on it.
That deserved a full screen, but I'll keep going. All right, bud. I'm just gonna push you forward, man. What else you got here?
Shenron, the
hell yes.
dragon from Dragon Ball Z.
One of my personal.
There are other dragons in Dragon Ball Z, but
yes,
that's kind of like the big main one.
He's the one that if you grab his balls, you get to make a wish, right?
Wow.
Yes.
Yep.
100%. Ball grab, get a wish. You got to grab his balls 7 times.
On Offworld, that's Joe Gonzalez,
right.
Everybody.
You can make a wish. I don't know if I can make it come true, though.
Man, I would love to see a dragon like this someday as a pillar. That sort of style, body. That would be hot.
Yeah.
Some form of it. Smaller, whatever. But
just take the neck
we're gonna
and
get
tail articulation and make that the whole thing.
Right. Yeah. So we know we got a pillar, or rather a familiar coming out with the Talon figure. So that's going to be really cool to see. Now, real quick, I did see it popped up. We got a super chat coming in, so you know what that means.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money
Take the clothes off.
It means Punk is here.
Here we go. Money talk.
That's the other show, Thanos.
Spin around in a chair.
I realized.
TD3 Trooper with a $10 super chat. What's up, my dudes?
That's
channeling
awesome,
that
Troy.
J-Shot energy. What? Is he gonna do something for him, Oz? I'll full screen you.
Hang on. Yeah, you got to full screen me if I'm going to try to do it.
Dun 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 dun.
All right. You know what this means.
This is how you raise money for the dragon. Oh, fuck. Wait.
Don't. Did the spin and bang my knee.
That was your fault, TD3 Trooper, but thank you. Oz thanks you.
Yeah.
It's very true. It's very true. For those of you who don't know, when the super chats roll in, we get a wee, and I normally bang my knee. So
we
everybody gets a laugh.
Well, get prepared to bang your knee again, sir.
Yeah, we got another super chat.
Oh, we got
Super chat
another
coming
one.
in. Coming in hot.
Hold on here. We got the music.
Bang it 1/5 less. Just kidding. What's up, GI Jet Man, with $1.99 because he doesn't want to give you that last penny because he's on an iPhone.
His iPhone. Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Can't get the last penny on the iPhone, but we gotta hit that music again. That's not the music.
Here comes the money.
There it is.
Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
Wee! Ow! I banged my knee early. That's
Ow! Oh!
See the camera shake.
I'm so awkward.
I thought Oz was
I
cleaning
tried-
that room up so he could have room to do his wheeze.
That's the thing. It's this shelf right here. I can't.
I'm just waiting for Oz to be buried under a pile of board games.
Yep.
Right.
So TD3 Trooper says, "Wow, all out Oz," and Tatsi wants to note that that's a half circle.
Half circle.
Half circle. Half circle.
And he got a full
It
wheeze,
was
so that's all that matters.
You got a full wee and a little spin with a wee. You know, it's worth
$50 super chats get a full circle.
Yeah, yeah.
He was trying. He just keeps bouncing back.
Right. I hit the knee and then I go back around. It's a full 360 degrees if you spread them apart and then stick them together.
So back to the wish granting dragon who grants you wishes when you grab his balls.
7
collect
times.
all.
What do you think of the likelihood that we get a dragon similar to this as a pillar, given that we've already sort of seen a mini one come in with what is it, Araya? No.
Araya,
the
yeah.
right name? Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. I'm hoping because I absolutely love this style of dragon as well. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Shenron was an early influence of me in life, and you know, with watching Dragon Ball and everything, I have always loved this kind of long, winding serpentine dragon. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we will see something like this as one of the pillars in the future.
Rayquaza.
Oh, the bad news on the dragon raffle. Sold out.
Oh,
I got two.
Oh,
I got
man.
two.
You got two.
You can max out at 10, apparently.
Hmm.
So it could have been between 8 people. If I'm doing my
Hey,
math right.
still, you figure
Yeah.
you do what, $10 raffles, then you got a dragon for $100.
Not
Ain't
bad.
Not bad.
All right, moving past Shenron. You wake good?
Unfortunately for everyone, I did get a couple raffle tickets, and I'm gonna win. So sorry for everybody else that's
there
spent
you
money
go.
because it's
For
gonna
all
die.
those who didn't get in on the raffle, you can go to Four Horsemen's website right now and just purchase the dragon. And that way,
Well,
you're
even if they
guaranteed.
did, I'm winning it. So they have to buy it if they want it. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, gambling's bad, kids.
debatable.
Ooh, help me out
Unless
with this one. Bud.
And Calagon the Black.
So this
it's
is
from
Calagon the
Lord
Black.
of the Rings. He was the
Yes,
big
sir.
dragon that the elf killed, and it crushed the 3 mountains that he's on.
Ooh, at what point in Middle Earth's history is that?
The First Age.
Ah.
Oh, what was the elf? The one with the flying boat.
Glorfindel.
Yeah, Glorfindel.
Ah,
So
good old
that's I think the
Glorfindel.
blue speck right there with like the zippy thing behind it. So the elf and the flying boat killed in Calagon the Black. He was-
So
Zippy.
somebody gave him a $10 super chat, and he went wee and fucked this dragon shit up.
All of it.
But he also bashed his knee.
Oh, he bashed his knee.
So, real quick, guys, before we keep going, I just want to let you guys know, of course, kind of things. And I told Oz something changed a little bit in my planning tonight. So, I'm going to bail real quick. I'm sure there's probably some other people that want to jump on. But maybe later on, if there's anything opened up, I'll come back in. But I have my son here tonight, which I normally don't on Saturdays. So, I'm gonna bounce out and spend some time with the kiddo. Good luck to everybody. I'm pulling for you. I didn't get one except for the one I'm going to win. So I appreciate you guys having me on, and we'll see you hopefully in a little while if you guys have any open spots.
Hey,
before you go, Kenny, when can people see you?
You can see me on Wednesday nights at what would it be 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern on my channel, Kenzo's Creations. And I do a Friday night Insomniac thing at 11:30 just for fun if anybody stays awake at night. So
also
Saturday with you guys.
Thank you, Kenzo, for giving us your life story before you log off. Appreciate it.
Dude, do you even know me? You know I overshare all the time. Like, that's all I do. You don't even know me, Curtis. I thought we were friends. God.
It was a good story, though. It was a good story. Hang out with your son.
Yep.
And we'll see him on Wednesdays and other places. And maybe later on.
Yeah, I've added all those notes to your biography.
Don't hit end stream, right? That's what I don't do.
Curtis is updating the Wikipedias right now.
All right. See you guys.
Later.
All right. Brick.
So whoever was trying to jump in, please try again.
That's right. Please try now. We've got some space. And if you could, Brick, could you embiggen me?
Embiggen you, yes.
Can I just say, 4 Horsemen, thank you. So this came in the Graveyard Skeletons pack. And if you remember, growing up as a kid, you got some toys in the 90s. What's going on, Big Greg?
What up?
The brute scale just hopped in and just interrupted you there, buddy. What's up, Greg?
You recovering nicely?
Yeah, recovering nicely. Just very relaxed, talking in low tones, and
very good.
Trying not to move too much.
Not lift anything heavy.
Nothing.
When you need to go to the bathroom, just let me know. I'll be able to help.
Comes through, gives me a hand about 5-6 times every 2 hours.
He's got the bladder.
I've been drinking a lot of water.
Old man with prostate cancer.
I'm drinking a lot of water. And,
Does he bang his knee on things? Is that what ends up
banging something?
My wrist is so loose. It's hard to get a good grip. Otherwise, it goes all over. It's like a helicopter.
Great with nunchucks, though.
Great with nunchucks.
All right. Whoever's trying to jump in, just to let you know, we are full up again. So as space opens up, we'll definitely get you in here. Clubhouse is always hot.
So I'm going to bounce out for a couple minutes because I'll be back, but let somebody else come on.
All right.
Wait. Can you tell us your life story before you go? No.
My life story? What part of it do you want to know? The dark secrets or the good stuff?
Oh, the good stuff.
I'm kidding. We'll see you later.
All right.
You come back later, right?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Tuesday nights. Early takeover. You need to watch it. All right. Now, Oz, you were trying to say thank you to the studio and conjured Greg.
Right. So just if you remember being a kid in the 90s and a lot of your Hasbro Kenner toys, they came with these little pamphlets that, just little mini ads for other toys that they had out, other different lines, waves and whatnot, products that they had. I loved looking through these things and just being like, I want to get this. I want to get this. And so to get one of these with a 4 Horsemen product, oh man,
this is what happened.
I freaking this is amazing. So it's got everything from the upcoming waves.
They pose them just the way I do on my shelves. So
there you go. There you go.
Oh,
you got
that. God, I love that.
Legacies of Mythos is what they're calling it. I'm digging that. Reign of the Beasts, right? So showing these off, and again, some of the stuff you still up for pre-order with the retailers if you missed your chance at Store Horseman. Let's talk about the dragon here, folks, with the beautiful pictures from 1/6 shooter himself.
He's better at photography than he is at technical, mics and cameras. So
cameras as he is the photographer. Seeing the Cosmic Legions is great. Seeing the skate back side by side like that too. That's really cool.
I noticed you haven't circled any of those or X things off.
I just opened this, Brick.
My catalog's sweet. I was keeping it at my desk at work so I could show customers.
I love this. I want us to get more of this kind of stuff in our packages because, oh man, it's good.
Yeah.
So what came with that? Which
The,
this was
graveyard skeletons.
Graveyard skeletons came with this, and then the biggest tease at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You are invited back to the graveyard, October 2025. So we look forward to more graveyard. Is it going to be like the black and white grayscale that these skeletons are putting off? Who knows? But I dig it. This is amazing. Thank you guys for putting this together, putting this in there, because it just takes me right back to that childhood feeling, and I love that. Absolutely love it.
Collectible Fun agrees with you. He went through it today, got him giddy, looking at all the cosmics.
It's tough not to. So again, whoever was just trying to join us a little while ago, come on back in. Jump in again. We've got more space opened up now. And Terrence and Gina, how are the phones going? How are the phones?
Well, we're gonna have to get off our break. We've been on a break here for a little bit. You know, it's a long journey, but we've been on a break here, so we can take in some conversation with you guys. But we'll have to get back on those phones because the other folks have been getting a little annoyed that we've been off too long. So we've been asking them to chill out, give us a break, but they want us to come back on, get them back on shift. So we'll probably jump off for a little bit, give somebody else some room, but. Just know that people should call the line. They should definitely leave us a message, and if they haven't, they should back that dragon. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to back my second and third one, so I hope everyone else can help me out. I can't do this on my own, so let's everyone get in there and get a dragon.
Hey, Terrence, I did get a call from your upper management. They just wanted me to pass on the message. You guys make sure you keep them toes covered, okay, throughout the shift. We're not trying to be showing the toeses while we're working. So,
well, right now they're covered by my desk, so there's that. I'm not at a con, so I think I'm okay. But and I think, as I said earlier, I am almost always in sneakers or boots, so my feet are generally covered in case I have to go into action.
Yeah, if you could just keep an eye on your fellow employees. I hear they kind of violate the rules sometimes.
I said, since Curtis is dragging us down, I gotta say, quit dragging your toes and order the dragon. Come on.
No.
Oh, look, we've got Travis trading one dragon for a better dragon. I threw out that. I'm stirring the pot. Selling one dragon to get another, and I think it's a good call.
We got Schmerby out there. Schmerberberger.
Yeah, he's telling you, toes out, and also joining us live now.
Here comes a new challenger.
Hey,
what's up?
How's it going?
Good to have you with us.
Latin Legions in the house.
What's going on, man? Nice to finally see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Brick. I wasn't sure. I was just testing it out, and then it was full. But I was like, "It's cool. I'm finally free for the evening for the telethon." So that Duke game went long, and I was like seriously like waiting for it to end so my company would leave. And like that last 30 get out. I swear, like 15 minutes.
I want to talk dragons.
I've got dragons to sell. Fuckers, get the hell out.
I don't care about college basketball.
Well, we are happy to have you. First time in the clubhouse. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
And for everybody who's wondering, any of the great channels that are associated with this telethon, their links are put in the description so that you can go follow them. So definitely swing on over to Latin Legions because they're going to be going live later today with some more fun and games. So, this is going 24 hours across. I couldn't even count how many channels because, I ran out of fingers. So, and Curtis had me cover my toes.
I think it's only 8. You ran out of fingers after 8?
Yeah, I used to do carpet installation, so I'm missing a couple digits.
He was holding a hot dog at the time, so it was like.
Sorry, I didn't know. I wasn't aware. I'm sorry.
No.
And how bad were you at installing carpet?
Hey, look, if the back of that carpet is cold and you're running that trim along the wall and your hand just jumps in there, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
We actually did have one installer who he decided he was gonna cut his pinky off to collect disability, and they were like, "You're just missing your pinky. You can still do the work."
Oof.
He was not the brightest of guys, clearly.
But
just a fun little story.
Delta 17 had a question about the wings. Does the dragon come with the wing? The dragon comes with wings, and then there's the epic wings pack that is completely unfolded wings that are much larger.
I couldn't tell if that was a serious question.
So you have that option.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can call the number 1-800-fuck off. But no, I'm just kidding. What's up?
No, I really didn't know. But then she answered like only body, no wings, tail, head, or feet, or hands or scales.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, so we got multiple styles of wing.
I gotta just address Jason Alexander's comment here, though. My boss collects vintage lunchbox. He offered me $150 for my 1/6 shooter Cosmic Legion's lunchbox, and I told him he could just buy one. Etsy, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. Or you could just buy one on Etsy and sell it for
$150, man. What the hell?
Go ahead,
send me his number.
Go buy another one.
Jesus, you could have given me a heads up to raise my prices on Etsy too. That would have been nice. Temporarily,
clearly, I mean, it's worth $150.
All right, how are you feeling, bud? Are you feeling back up to the slideshow?
I'm hanging.
All right. Is it actually? I lost it. Is it? Oh no.
What you got in it? Tell me the Celsius.
No, nothing right now. I've had 3 Celsius today. I'm good.
I had my first one
mine for later
for a couple of days.
So,
how do I actually show this thing? Oz?
It was up there for a second.
Yeah, I can put it in here, but then we lose everybody. How do we get? Oh, I think.
It's due to the layout.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I changed the layout format when we were going over the chart.
Here, let's not bury our guests here.
Right.
There you go,
yeah,
Matt.
put
You're
me
up
down
there.
At the bottom. I'm not talking. You could just put me.
Fun
down.
fact: me and Matt went to the same high school.
Look.
We got to talking. we were talking randomly, and it just turns out that we actually went to the same high school.
At the same time,
but nobody cares. Awesome. So moving on, Curtis, I don't want to interrupt you with our. I don't want to burden Curtis with our life history. So let's go ahead and move on to some other dragons.
You're fine, Blake. You grew up in the Bay Area, right?
No, I grew up in LA, but we went to school in Bellflower. I moved to the Bay.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you need any more?
Darla
I've
was
actually
mentioning it earlier because she actually grew up in the Bay Area, so she thought you guys were in the same area.
Do you know whereabouts?
Walnut Creek.
East Bay. Yeah. I'm over here, right under San Francisco, in fun enough, South San Francisco.
Nice.
Anyway,
my family's from Hayward.
Hayward. Bunch of East Bay folks. First off, Smog and Bud. Smog, Bud.
Now I've never heard of this one.
What?
This is a dragon of some sort.
I heard he was a really big problem in major cities back in the 70s.
I went to the Golden Gate Bridge once.
Like how
I thought Smog was a wyvern.
Oh, we're not getting into that discussion tonight. No.
I have a legit question. Is a wyvern or a wyvern a distinct species or a variant of a dragon?
It is its own species in Dungeons and Dragons.
It doesn't exist.
Species, but it is an offshoot of a dragon. But they don't have magical powers like dragons do and things like that. They're more of just a monster.
Gotcha.
They're draconic in nature, but they have like a scorpion tail and
draconic
poison, and they're non-intelligent. Like they don't have like human level intelligence. They're monsters.
Smog begs to differ.
Now in D&D, they also have a character called Vecna, right?
I've heard about it. I'm not familiar with that, Curtis. Please explain. Since you're the expert, buddy, lay it down for us.
Oh, there we go. That's him.
There you go.
Oh, that's him. Wow.
Yeah, I think he's like the big bad of D&D or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's really
he likes to pick on kids.
The amount of detail in the backstory you gave there was just amazing.
Yeah, it's something about his crab armor and the purple dildos in the back that really scares people that play D&D.
Purple dongs scare the hell.
Yeah.
So, question about Smog as depicted by Peter Jackson, especially from the guy who was like telling us about a shiny boat, who seems to know a lot about Tolkien's world. Was the depiction of Smog in terms of like body type and everything accurate to the text?
No, not
Okay.
really. But close enough. I mean, he looked really cool. Accuracy only goes so far. I mean, I would say that the old cartoons probably did a better job of portraying him, closer to what he was in the books. But
Rankin Bass.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
but
that's great.
I mean, there's a lot of things that, D&D took a lot from Lord of the Rings. So there's things like dragons in D&D have like draconic sense, so they can like sense invisible creatures and things like that. And that's all from Smog being able to tell that Bilbo was there, because his senses are so in tuned.
Did you say dildo?
Yeah. Yes.
Dildo.
Yeah, I said dildo. Thanks for paying attention. Yeah.
So is Vecna also in Lord of the Rings?
No, I was talking about you, Curtis.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. So Vecna's not in Lord of the Rings.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go back, Rowan, real quick. You mentioned this one. I don't know if you guys caught the news that they're doing Silmarillion.
Yes.
They're trying to bring the Silmarillion to
Yeah, I don't
to
think
the
that's a good
screen.
idea.
That
Are they doing it as a
none of
movie or
anything they
TV
do.
show?
I don't think they've said, but I think Peter Jackson is somehow connected. But
I mean,
are
the
attached.
Silmarillion is awesome, but it covers a lot. It seemed like it would be kind of disjointed for storytelling, but maybe.
Yeah, I don't want Silmarillion. I want all Silmarillion. Like, it's not something.
Yeah, why would you want some?
You guys hear me?
Moving in.
Yeah.
Is it TV show?
I
mean,
think
like
it could
long
work that
TV
way.
show. Yeah.
Any of you guys watch For All Mankind? They do like a time jump every season. Something like that I think would work.
Love it.
Right, to go through the different ages that way. That would be the best way to handle
We were
it.
hearing you, Trevor. At least we were before. I don't know if you maybe screwed it up now, but it says you're muted. So
Let me see. He's muted himself, so I can't unmute him.
he's been having problems with his mic. So
Oh no.
yeah.
I wasn't.
Trevor,
At least the camera still works.
Nope. His microphone was working. I was hearing something come through.
Heard that.
Yes.
Trevor, have you considered ASL possibly? That way you don't need a microphone. American Sign Language.
Yeah, we can hear him. Have you tried moving past dial up?
It's StreamYard, which
Oh,
sucks,
gotcha.
and Chrome sucks as well.
Noted.
I'll agree.
But we heard that.
Yeah.
So-
But I
so
wouldn't know
you-
that because it's not giving me feedback. So whatever.
Oh, great.
Bud, anything you want to let us know about this guy, Sean Connery? Or is Bud gone?
Oh, no, I'm here. My
Bud's still with us.
internet's been kind of up and down.
Sometimes you need a slap alerty.
I'm still kind of.
Is that the Sean Connery
Whoa.
we're talking about?
I've got the dragon in my shirt, Miss Moneypenny.
No, it's
Oh, that hurt.
great movie. Sean Connery. playing
Sorry, Greg.
Draco.
I'm holding it down right now.
No. Make me laugh.
So yeah,
Got it.
Sean Connery as a dragon with Dennis Quaid as a dragon hunter concocting a scheme to keep business alive because dragon hunters were just too damn good at their jobs.
And he gave half his heart to a complete douchebag.
There you go.
It's an action feature where he can lift up his chest and show his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
Just some input from our good friend Andrew Davis.
I haven't seen this movie since it came out in theaters, but looking at this still shot, I like the look of it. It's kind of cool looking. It's got a little bit of
like the first film,
Bay body type, I guess.
Yeah, Dragonheart's very cool.
Yeah, I never did get into watching.
In the film is so good.
Mm-hmm. I never got into watching any of the sequels they made for it.
What?
They're not
they
great.
Sequels to this?
They did,
I had no idea.
They made like 2 sequels, I believe. I never got into watching those, but I do remember the toy line for this, and I kind of lost it because that was like my first chance to get like articulated toy dragons. Before that, it was always like those Imperial style dragons where just non-articulated, pre-posed, similar to McFarlane toys. So, it was cool to see like dragons with like action features and stuff like that. And they had like 3 or 4 different ones. None were as big as Beyithirr. I'll put it that way.
If no one's got anything, I'll move on to the next one. Push. Oh, look. Yes, little guest spot again.
Look, it's Dragon Walker.
Wow, I'm looking good.
Oh, man.
It's a train riding a dragon walker. How does that work?
Exactly.
Choo-choo.
All right, my Motu friends. Is this a creature? Is it a vehicle? A little bit of both.
It's a vehicle.
So it's definitely a vehicle, as
It
most
is a
of their
vehicle,
vehicles.
It's a vehicle butt.
Bud,
Wow.
please.
What? Sorry?
It's like
I
it's
was
got
gonna
no
say,
butt.
you were speaking. Go ahead and talk.
Oh, I was going to say, like, usually their vehicles are kind of be molded after a creature or can be part of the creature. So I don't know if this one's just pure vehicle or not, but
What was
it had dragon in
the
it.
back for?
It was Motu.
Was there a trailer that you hooked up to that or something?
No, so the part that's in the front there on the top, like would be in the back, and it would move forward along a track, and then that back part would swing around, and it would just keep moving forward. It was like a.
Oh, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
You remember it?
Yeah,
Okay, I was going to try and show you the commercial.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
it's
no,
one
no.
of the silliest things.
I totally remember
on
the
the planet.
commercial now, actually.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so ridiculous. Like, this toy seems so cool as a kid to like, oh man, it's like this dragon thing, right? And then you realize that if you were to ever get on this to ride into a battle, it would be over by the time you showed up.
It's super slow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I've got a story with this. Initially, I was thinking, oh well, they don't have time for a story, but we got 24 fucking hours. So
We got time.
Yeah. So it was my birthday, and I had to be probably about 7, 8 years. I guess it was like 8 years old, and my grandparents came out to visit for my birthday, and all I wanted that year was superpowers, Batman and Robin. That's all that I wanted. I was like very adamant. Let everybody know I wanted superpowers, Batman and Robin. And so they had a box and they gave it to me. I opened it up and it was this Dragon Walker. And I know this is going to be surprising, but I lost my shit and acted like a total spoiled piece of shit.
That at least is on the
No way.
How is this the second time I've heard this story? That's amazing.
I don't know, but so I threw a big giant fit. They ended up buying me the Batman and Robin, which is ridiculous because looking back on it, I would have smacked the shit out of myself. And I got to keep this thing too. So
Jesus, I would say you get nothing.
Hey,
all right, we're taking that back.
Curtis, it's not too late. If you want to smack the shit out of yourself right now, we'll wait.
We'll embiggen you for that.
Yeah.
break a toy of your choice and take.
Looking back on it, I think the fact that they let me get away with that led to some of the reasons why I am the way I am now. So they really, did me a disservice. So
boom, enabled
about it.
It was your grandparents' fault.
The best of times.
Yeah,
they should have given it to that
had
kid's
my grandparents
Sergio,
knocked me around a little bit, then maybe I wouldn't be the way I am today.
Yeah.
So
everybody's in agreement. It totally tracks. And Alan's asking about if anybody else saw the Kawasaki Corleo. Amazing. That new the robotic dog that Kawasaki is developing that we can all ride. I'm not gonna lie, that thing looks cool as shit. But
I thought that was a mob boss on a motorcycle. What the hell is what's
First of all, to the folks in the chat, first of all, I never said it was going to be a quick story. Second of all, it was only like maybe a couple minutes at most.
That was pretty quick. I'll give you that.
For a Curtis story,
I mean, it was
definitely
quicker than Kenzo signing off. That's for fucking sure. So
it just felt long because he was like a jerk in the story.
Basically, to sum up the story, it was everything you already knew about Curtis.
Yeah. Now, does this one that's on the screen?
Right. I just saw the joy, and I wanted to get that in big screen.
Does this one come with a different set of wings, or is it just that set there?
Yes.
Because these wings don't look big enough. I think I need more extended wings. So
take it away, Matt. Break it down. What are we looking at?
I love this. This is Pete's Dragon. I haven't seen this. A billion years. This is like you would watch this, like in our where we grew up, like on Channel 5 on like a Sunday with like
KTLA
Long Stocking or the Popeye movie, or you see Pete's Dragon. Like this was like this was just a lazy day on the couch, man. After church, after your breakfast, you watched whatever movie, and like we're watching this 2 or 3 times a year easily.
Yep,
love this.
Yep. Yeah,
KTLA Family Film
that was
Festival.
like Pix around here, right? Greg, Pix.
What happened?
There's like Pix around here. PIX. WPIX.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Did yours have a host that would sort of introduce the movie and then start it up on a film projector?
No.
That sounds familiar, but I don't think so.
When Trevor was little, they brought out little stone tablets and they just flipped through them quickly.
It was actually like more of a puppet show. It was.
They'd have like jars of water with color, and that's how they would put color on the screen by like flashing it over the light.
That cool. Sounds like a trip I had the other week into the woods with some mushrooms.
I do think that this movie is very cool if you go back and watch it now and think about the technology that they had to be able to make this feel like he is a part of that world, even though he's clearly animated, but it looks like they are interacting. It's pretty awesome the way that they did that back then.
For the time being, they did a really good job with this.
Yeah, it was pretty. I mean, I don't know if it was groundbreaking, but people were pretty amazed by it, I think.
Can you unbiggen me?
Sure.
Yes.
Oh shit.
That was Greg, right?
No, Thanos.
Thanos.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. I heard a voice. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
How dare you? That's so cool.
Is that from childhood?
Yeah.
Aw, look
That's
at
where, like,
baby
he's from like
Thanos.
Passamaquoddy. It was just the weirdest name.
I'm surprised that he's got that without a Thanos head on it.
He's got a receding hairline now. Stuffing starting to come out of his forehead.
Well, that happens to the best of us.
I didn't realize they had those.
Mine didn't recede; it just went away.
Hey, check this out.
Hey, look, Red was breaking out their Elliots, man.
That's
I didn't even
awesome.
remember his name was that.
Oh yeah,
with his championship belt and Jordan in the picture too.
Panama hat.
There's a lot of love for this, Pete. Let's see. Oh yes.
Cannot have a Dragon slideshow without Toothless.
Yeah, Toothless is awesome. I can't wait for the live movie.
I've been watching all day. I'm a big theme park guy. Like I'll watch stuff on YouTube about theme parks, and they just brought a bunch of influencers to check out the new Epic Universe. And there's a whole world of how to save your dragon, or how to train your dragon. Sorry, and there's a live meet Toothless, and I assumed it was a person in a suit, but I don't know. I wasn't watching it closely if it's like robotics or what, but I don't know. But it's pretty cool stuff they're doing over there.
Man, I was
this like later
videos of theme parks. That's cool, right? But you watch videos of water parks, all of a sudden you're a creep. I'm not sure how that works.
All right. No, anything about this? No. Great. Moving on.
It's a great trilogy. So
one of the greatest trilogies.
Yeah.
And then there's Mulan.
Mushu.
Right.
Voiced by the great Eddie Murphy.
So true.
Real quick, let's do this. How to save your dragon? Buy one. # back the bay.
There you go.
Well done.
It's important hashtag, folks. Back the bay. As a matter of fact, tonight while we're going through, if you back the bay, put that hashtag in the chat so we know you did it. If you didn't do it, we're going to call you a liar later.
Jesse, was this in reference to Toothless or?
Yeah, that was Toothless. Oh yeah,
yeah. Nice. Jesse's a huge How to Train Your Dragon fan.
Yeah, very cool.
That's why I made sure to tell Bud, make sure we include Toothless in there. But honestly, we're all fans of Toothless. How to Train Your Dragon's great.
I hope you got one of my favorites in there. Haven't seen it yet.
Let's find out.
Falcor.
Oh yeah. Yeah, God, not Falcor.
Not that one, Trevor?
Nope.
Yeah. Falcor was always great as a kid. I definitely dreamed about making sure that, just riding this seemed like such an awesome thing.
Can you imagine if we got a dragon like this in Mythic Legions, like a furry dragon?
You mean, can I imagine all the complaining?
It would be awesome.
Hey,
would it be flocked?
I know somebody's got a furry dragon. They got a furry dragon with them right now. Thanos, you want to hold that guy up?
Yeah.
He's surrounded by
dragons.
Hey,
he's got a figment too.
Right.
I have my figment somewhere. Mine was hell old school. The yellow t-shirt too.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Thanos's plushie collection. I love it.
Look. He was ready for tonight. He had his dragons within arm's reach. He was ready.
Dragon these notes.
You're on mute.
No.
I was saying I ran out to the garage and grabbed them. They've been sitting out there for a while. You can tell the figment's like super dusty.
Right.
Jesse's wondering about your oh, sorry. Jesse's wondering about your focus here, Curtis, on furries.
So we were just at MesquiCon. I was up there with Jesse not too long ago, and there were about 20 furries walking around the con, and I learned a lot over the course of the weekend about furry. So yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't say that I'm in that community, but I'm very intrigued by the community. It's very interesting.
That is interesting.
For the Americans, just to keep it legit.
Was that how? That was a couple weeks ago because we were at WonderCon this past weekend down in the Orange County area, and working with Spiro. Where's my thingy? Selling Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and there was a couple of people who sort of like sheepishly kind of walked up and was checking them out, and one of them finally sort of said, "Hey, do you ever consider selling these at?" I think it was called Anthrocon, and we kind of learned a little bit more, and they were legit. They were like, "Yeah, I've got some friends who I think would be really into this," and then they came back. I guess they took pictures, sent it to some people, came back, and we made some sales. So I think that's an avenue that Spiro Toys is going to need to truly explore.
Interesting.
Yeah. Rick, I was just going to ask, what is Anthrocon? Because I'm not going to lie, that sounds pretty damn badass.
Google it right now.
All right.
Live.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Working.
It's a con of folks who are really into anthropomorphic animals.
And now, when you say really, because you just emphasize that a lot, yeah.
They're big fans. So anyway, I just
well, that's perfect because it's getting warmer outside, and we could use some fans.
I thought it was a pretty interesting. Like, I don't know why that.
It's interesting.
Anyways, moving on.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of
Dragon Blaster Curtis.
Wow.
What them toes do?
Dragging nuts across someone's back.
Oh.
He's dragging these nuts for sure.
Man, when
so we got
fixates on you, man. He'll get you between you, Bobby, and Punk. I feel like
interesting, very interesting.
That's a hell of a girdle going on there, man. Like,
it's made of steel.
That's what I gotta wear after the surgery.
As long as he's got my toes covered there, we're good.
This Curtis gets popped like he just had helium. Like, hey, how's it going?
So yeah, I had to have Dragon Blaster in there.
In the original, was it an actual sentient or an actual creature? Was it intended to be? Because I know, like, later iterations they did it.
Yes, but I think just for the toy and the feature, they had to just mold it onto the back.
Okay.
That's cool. Press down the head and it sprays water.
Mm-hmm.
Or any other liquid you decide to throw in the toy.
Wait, it wasn't supposed to be like alive?
I think it was.
Was it sentient?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a sentient dragon.
Oh, okay.
Because the other part of the toy is it has like chains and a lock that keeps the dragon chained up to his chest.
So, what I'm hearing is that Curtis really likes to chain up some dragons.
Whoa.
Chain the dragon.
Put some collars and chains on them. I'm digging what you're putting down there, Curtis.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah.
I don't know this one.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
I was going through pictures and that's just the one that popped. I was like, yo. Good old Maleficent.
Who's this one?
Your mic is
Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, it was hard to tell with the wind tunnel that you're in.
Oh, sorry.
Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, one of my favorite color schemes of all time, right there with that purple and the green. I mean,
the green flames were neat. I thought that was a really good choice. Yeah.
Does it sound better?
Oh yeah.
God, bud. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize the fan was blown on the mic.
I'd love to see somebody customize like a piece that like a flame effect that kind of like splash out on a shield like it does in the movie.
I was gonna say,
I was thinking about that today.
It'd be cool to see the BBD here with some purple highlights to kind of create a Maleficent look.
So this is just an animated movie. Is that what this is?
Yep.
Yes.
When you watch this kid, like this was a scary dragon. Like you were worried for the protagonists.
Yeah.
Oh, big
time. It's only that and Fantasia where you're kind of scared of dragons.
Yeah, and you're watching this when you're like 6 or 7.
Right. And again,
the music
through the whole movie, like she's got like this horned headdress, but like overall it's it just is what it is. And then like she turns into this and it's like holy crap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She angry.
You're hurting your co-host here, but yes.
There we go. I'm pretty sure Jesse's used to getting hurt by Curtis quite a bit.
I'm sorry.
Hurts him in the feels.
Oh.
I don't know what this is either.
Yeah, gotta have Spyro.
Video game.
Yep, good old PlayStation 1.
Very Figment.
Spyro the Dragon. Platform jumper.
Yeah.
Never played it. Cool looking character.
It was a fun game, and then years later, they did the whole game called Skylanders, and they brought Spyro into that, I guess, just to get eyes on it, maybe in some way. But they had like different dragons in that game, and Spyro was one of them because it was cool. Like the way you played the game was you bought these little figurines, you put them on a pad, and then it brought them to life within the game. And they had a female dragon named Cinder with that too. It was really cool.
The my display with the gold items from Legion's Con, that case is the case that the Spyro for Skylanders came in. So, for anybody who actually pays attention to the stuff I post.
Hey, Keith.
He looks like
Dennis the Menace was that terrorized a neighborhood. The dragon or Curtis?
Both.
Freaks is in Spyro.
My kids love Skylanders. I probably had 100 of those things.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I was all about that game because at the time I was more heavily into video games, working at GameStop when that game came out. And for me, it was like this bridge of collecting toys because by that time I'd been long out of collecting toys. And that game was just like, here, buy some figures. And I was like, oh, toys? This is great. And I definitely spent like the better part of a year collecting all the different Skylanders. And then the very next year they did another game and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I was starting to, and then it was like the next year they did another one. I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm out.
All right, let's see. Moving on. Oh, Shrek, right?
Yeah. Yeah, from Shrek.
Sexy dragon time.
For some reason I can't think of her name offhand.
What color is this dragon?
She's kind of like reddish purple. I think more like red.
Purple, you say? Whoa, something's going on there. I don't want to highlight that one too
black
much.
screen.
Just a moment. There it is.
Dangerous there for.
Oh, it was your finger. Got it. That was suspect.
So speaking of purple, and they shall arrive. What is going on, Van? Hell of a show earlier tonight. Heck of a
Killed
show,
it, right?
Totally heard all about Big Calendar. If you guys are wondering about Big Calendar and how Big Calendar runs things, you need to go and watch Purple Gang Gang earlier tonight and find out what's going on. It will open your mind.
Yeah, seriously, it will.
Yeah, amazing show tonight, Van. Studio guys on there, lots of fun. It was a great show.
Yeah, we had a blast. Just a bunch of friends hanging out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to buy some dragons.
Oh yeah. We are talking all about dragons tonight. Everywhere.
What that dragon do?
Ooh, I tell you what. I don't know about that dragon, but I know about that hot dog I'm trying to make. So yeah.
Try and get some weenie action going. I hear you.
I'm always trying to get some weenie action going.
Right. So
Any
I heard
takers
that
on
this
this dragon?
dragon here that we have.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I heard
Speaking
that
of,
this dragon loves. Yes.
I was going to say, speaking of a weenie action, donkey.
A donkey.
Now I got kind of a Legion's Quest question here. So does Henry attract dragons within like a 50-mile radius or anything? Because, you know, he's a
that is unconfirmed. You're going to watch the show and find out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And again, for those of you wondering what that might refer to, guys, check out Let's Go Off-World. And just about every other week, we get a new episode of Legion's Quest, which is a ongoing D&D game, unofficially set in the world of Mythos, as they managed to put this game together prior to the announcement of the D&D Mythic Legion's rule book that will be coming.
Mm-hmm. It's full of friendship, laughter, and love.
Severed hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably the most accurate description I've heard for it. So yeah,
right.
Unofficial is my favorite kind of official. So sounds good.
Right.
Oh, back to Motu. Got it.
Yes.
Not only just back to Motu, but also sculpted by the Four Horsemen.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
And one of them is very dapper looking.
Very dapper.
The one on the
with
left?
a sweet
The one on the left,
top
right?
hat.
It's cool.
I think it's great.
Dragon Man.
One of my favorite classics. Great sculpt.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is definitely one of the
antenna.
classics figures that I would like to get in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he's a little bit more pricier, so I'm okay with again the different Dragoseers that I am picking up from Mythic Legions, what they're doing now. But again, if you look at like with the sculpting and what the Four Horsemen have done, with this being like kind of like sculpting a dragon into this, you know, kind of where we get figures like a Rakagor, Scourge, and Stavros. So like what they would have looked like a couple years ago from the Four Horsemen versus what we're getting now, that's badass.
Cool.
This one is cool too. If you get the weapons pack, you can get a flaming shield, and it's the same weapon handle, but instead of a sword blade, it's a flaming whip.
Like
yeah.
Cheetos.
The hat is sculpted and not removable, so it's going to be a pass for me.
Yeah. Passing on the hat.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, but yes, you had your hand up there.
Thank you. I'm curious. You know, I was late to join the stream, but is that the actual Joe Gonzalez, or is that the Joe Gonzalez that appeared on the Off-World stream last night?
Yes.
Do you care to feel this one, Joe?
Please.
I appeared on Off-World last night, man. I don't know. I appeared on Off-World. Apparently, there was another Joe G that appeared before I got there. Either one is valid. Yeah, they're like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. Often imitated, but never duplicated. You're the best.
And we've got R&B Girl joining the chat saying, howdy, y'all. What is going on? Thank you for being here and joining us tonight. Glad to have you.
Yep.
Cobweb Collector is here as well.
What's up,
Good to
Cobb?
see you, Cobb.
Hey, Joe, do you remember that accessory pack? Did it come with this one as well, or? That head, or was that in
Sorry,
the package?
say that again. I'm having some internet problems.
Oh no, you were mentioning that the accessory
the
pack. Did
accessory
it come
set
with the
for
Curtis
Drago
head,
Man?
or was that original to the dragon? To Drago Man. Don't worry about it, Joe. It was a bad joke. Let's
the
move
Curtis-
on.
Yeah, that was a limit.
Charizard.
Yeah, no, okay.
Oh, good. What are we looking at, bud?
We got Charizard, the most well-known dragon in Pokemon.
Which is funny because not even a dragon type in Pokemon, which I
Yeah.
always thought weird, but he was definitely the closest to that very European looking style dragon that they had in the core game. Which I just found out they have this thing on Google now where if you type in any of the first 151 Pokemon, you just type their name into the search bar and you can catch them. and they have different levels of unlock. Where as you catch so many, you get a master ball, and then you can use a master ball to catch one of the 151. You can use those to catch the legendaries from the first game, which is like the 3 legendary birds and like Mewtwo and all. So just a heads up.
It's hard to see, but I'm pretty sure Van's got a hand up
there.
Van definitely has his hand up.
Like, no, you guys absolutely inspired me. So, marry, fuck, or kill Stavros, Beyithirr, or Charizard? I'm done. That was my question.
Okay. So, marry, fuck, or kill Beyithirr, Charizard, or Stavros.
So, are you doing this same thing to all 3 things to one of them? The way the question's worded? The way the question's worded is, are we marrying, fucking, killing one of the dragons? Because that's the way okay. That's a really hard relationship.
In that order?
That's confirmed.
I mean, you can go whichever order you want.
Depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
If that's your thing, you can definitely start with kill and then work your way to the other 2, or whatever order you want.
What's up, Alberto?
KY
let's start with Oz. Yeah.
Well, I guess I would marry, fucking kill Beyithirr because that's one sexy bitch.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm just gonna do all 3 to Beyithirr.
Holy shit.
Yep. Anybody else want to go next, or are you all just not willing?
No, Beyithirr makes sense to me. I mean, get down on all 4s. Can't go wrong with that.
Right?
And then kill it.
I'm going to go ahead and marry Beyithirr because, like, he's lengthy, he's girthy. I feel like he will guard the girth. No, he's going to protect the family. Like, I mean, he's in it. He's in it to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Charizard's kind of a flashy bitch. So I'm going to go ahead and kill him. And I'll fuck Stavros because, like,
that's exactly what I was going to do, man.
Yeah. Why would you not?
Yeah, I'm right with you.
Thank you, Curtis.
Yeah. Great minds think alike. All right.
Mostly because I don't know what a Pokemon is.
Seems like something you would fuck because it's called a Pokemon.
Yeah, you'd want to poke. Yeah, a little softer too.
Yeah,
scaly.
Oh,
it's killing me, man.
We lost Bud. So we were having Bud run us through the slideshow here, but we lost
Sorry
Bud.
about that, guys. Yeah.
Which game is this? The Blue Eyes White Dragon.
So this is from the
Yu-Gi-Oh
card.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah.
Is that name layered or what? Blue Eyes White Dragon.
So
is that like
it's a descriptor.
I'm not even
in the cartoon.
Reminds me of, but yeah.
One of the villain characters. This was like his main monster that he would use to win fights. And Yu-Gi-Oh had to summon Exodia in the early episodes to defeat him. I used to watch it with my oldest son.
Yeah, because this was when the show and the game was first coming out. This was the strongest, just by attack power card in the game. And then later they definitely had. There you go. There we go. That's what happened. Greg and Bud took off to go spark up together and renew the energy. But yeah, so the Blue Eyes White Dragon. There was also a Red Eyes Black Dragon. Not quite as strong as this one, but that was actually my favorite card.
Oh my!
Clever.
The numbers on this game are way too inflated.
Thank you. This very much has the South will rise again vibes. So
that's where I was going there too, buddy. I was wondering.
There's also a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon where it's dragon, but it's like a Hydra that has 3 heads.
This is like H-word youth dragon. So yeah.
I guess naming yourself Blue Eyes White Dragon means you don't have to really carry ID or anything, right?
There you go.
I mean, at least you don't have to worry about getting deported if you're not carrying ID.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
Yeah, we're sorry. Just making
moving on. Let's go to the.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of fascists, we
I
have,
thought these were wyverns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Daenerys? Really? Well, I guess maybe, yes.
I mean,
I
she
felt like
started
that
with the
pointed my
best
way,
of
so I'm glad it's
intentions.
her.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She's
again,
one
you
hot
know.
fascist, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know. Anyways.
But so, you know, again, these were considered dragons, you know, in the stories of Fire and Ice and, you know, Game of Thrones, for those who are familiar. Some people, again, would consider these wyverns instead. Really cool looking, though. It was great to see them put this kind of detail into something that was just budgeted for a show, like a TV show. The amount of detail they put into these, and it was great watching them go from like little hatchlings all the way up to full sized within the time frame of the show and everything, to see people riding on the backs of these and them causing complete and utter chaos. Van, you have your hand up again, sir?
Amazing.
Thank you. I just want to go ahead and echo what he said about detail, because seriously, you want to put your D in that tail. Look at those come hither me eyes that dragon's giving you right now. I mean, back Beyithirr. That's all I got to say. Back the bay.
Hashtag back the bay, baby.
There you go. Yeah.
Bay's got back. I mean, back the bay. There you go.
Am I wrong?
The Skrulls.
Yeah, that's where she's known from.
Yeah, that was a breakaway hit. Pretty sure.
her big runaway thing.
Oh, this has totally escaped me. I remember being intrigued by these books, but never delving in.
I don't ever remember being intrigued by a book.
Well, it shows, Curtis.
So yeah, I was just gonna say it doesn't show.
I got your back, Laffy.
We growing up, these were coming around the time like Harry Potter was coming out, and I honestly did not read these books, but I was always intrigued because like the dragon on the cover. I read a lot of like more like the Dragonlance stuff, you know, things of that nature. But I never, Dragon Riders of Pern, but never ended up picking these up and reading them. So I don't really know the story here. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know that they had put out 2 more, because back then all I remember was this one, the Aragon or Aragon, and then the red one, which I believe was called Eldest. So I have no idea who the gold and green ones are.
Yeah, I don't even remember the red one. I remember the blue one.
Did you say Harry Potter came out?
Speaking of Elvis, I have never had a peanut butter and banana sandwich, but I'm actually intrigued. Go ahead.
I heard it'll kill you on a toilet.
You should try it. It's pretty good.
Fried peanut butter banana sandwich.
Speaking of which, who's eating a sandwich on a toilet?
Elvis didn't. It killed him.
You can have
That's
Hey,
the joke. Anyway,
Is that wrong? You have to go. You have to go, and when you gotta eat, you know, it's time to enjoy the meat.
Nothing wrong with enjoying a cold cut while you're just, you know, pushing one through.
You never had that sandwich where, like, if you let go and it's gonna fall apart.
I don't think I've ever had a toilet sandwich before.
You keep eating it so that it doesn't fall apart.
Cold cut and a hot slice.
Can we go
now
back?
you have to go to the bathroom, and so now it's a whole thing. Like, what do? You don't want the sandwich to fall apart.
Sometimes the sandwich is just so good.
That has mentioned the sandwich that you just can't let go, or else it will fall apart. Because like he is my spirit animal. Like I totally I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, exactly.
There were visuals too
in the house.
If you let go, it's done. Right.
Sometimes it's got a little too much dressing in there, so the bread's a little soggy. It's breaking up in your fingers.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just set it down, or when you come back, it'll just be a pile of meat on a plate.
Yes.
Like,
oh man,
you got to commit. It's like the bit. You got to commit to the sandwich.
I think you gotta upgrade your bread. Is what I think you got to do.
Just so
I like how we lost like
making sure that I'm getting
10
you
people
correctly.
watching.
Yeah. So we're saying that Elvis died that way. So was that a regular occurrence that he was eating sandwiches on the toilet and he just happened to die? Or was it like the one time that he was like, you know what, I'm going to eat this sandwich on the toilet. Nobody's ever going to find out.
Oh,
and then, you know,
everybody found out.
Yeah.
Look, I can't say with 100% certainty. I'm scared to find out.
Yeah, Van.
when you eat a sandwich on the toilet, you never go there thinking it's going to be your last. That much I know.
That's true.
Van with his hand up.
Oh, Van.
He's waiting to be a
yeah.
biggin.
So
Yeah, there
I
he
was.
is. Hey,
thank you,
Jordan.
Curtis. You know where I was going. So I was actually consulted on that culling, and as much as he was enjoying his cold cuts, it was Elvis's time to go. Like, it's like, dude, yeah, like push, grunt. Like it's a classic Italian from Jersey Mike's. You got a Mike's Way, but like, bro, you're eating a big ass fucking sandwich on the toilet while you're trying to push out these little opiate-stricken marbles from your ass, and yeah, you're done. You're done, bro. You're done.
Yeah, that's from both of us. Yeah. Shout out Christopher Paolini. Dude fucking nailed it with those dragons. He was like a teenager when he wrote those books. Italians, Mike's Way, hold the tomato.
Uh-huh.
There you go, chopped.
All right.
All right. Real quick, congratulations, Alejandro Reyes. Just purchased.
All right.
Woohoo. Get some, Alejandro.
Moving the needle.
That's what I'm glad to hear. So you made
Now
your
what?
purchase, your hair. Make sure you
Now you wait.
Now we wait, but you wait comfortably knowing it will be on its way.
Somebody
wait till the morning when
somebody
your purchase is reflected
right
in the tally. Very cool.
You want to pull up that comment from Jesse there? There's a movie about eating sandwiches on the toilet.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple of them, depending on what circles on the internet you go to. But
gotcha.
What was that movie with Jennifer Connelly?
Requiem for a Dream, Ass to Ass.
There we go. Thank you. Purple
Empire
Brother.
Records.
Yeah, you know where we're going immediately. So
Ass to Ass.
Yes.
Yep. The cry of a generation.
Yes, like till I die, I'd buy.
So how's
tickets
this?
for that
How's the Aragon movie? For those of you that saw it, curious.
I
Is it
hadn't seen it.
reflective
I
of the
didn't
books?
know.
Or? Yeah.
Jesse,
it's good.
Tell us.
Is it?
Tell us more. You can jump on. We got space. We got space for another. Anybody who's interested in joining.
He's
Jesse's
like, hey.
all in on that ass to ass.
I guess it wasn't good enough to do another one. So
yeah,
I say
who
Lone Wolf
knows?
laughs. I think Elvis, knowing that he at least saved one life with his story, that I think he'd feel okay about it. You know,
The fact that I haven't died sitting on a toilet eating a sandwich right there is proof enough to show that it saved lives.
Yes.
So it's confirmed it was the Aragon movie, not the eating his sandwich on the shitter movie.
Same thing, Same thing.
However,
So,
just Jeff did chime
I'm
in to
confused.
clarify that the Aragon movie is in fact dog shit. So
well, there you go.
So we got some hot
either way,
debate going
maybe
on.
Point
shit's
of
the bullet.
order: is Jesse gooning over the Aragon movie, or
We'd have had a
gooning
shit-
over
you have eaten a shit
Elvis
sandwich every
dying
now
on the
and then.
toilet? Like, I need parameters. Curtis, help me out.
We don't
I don't
use
know.
meters here. We have
Okay.
the imperial system.
Okay.
So Jesse agrees the movie was not great, but the dragon was cool though. So that's good.
I'll be honest. I was more likely to watch the shitting, like in eating the sandwich movie than the dragon movie. So
Same.
there's
Yeah.
plenty
I'm
of German
captivated.
porn you can get for that, Curtis.
gotcha.
Lone Wolf Labs saying
Thank you
effing
for that expert advice.
Yeah, you got it.
Ghidorah.
All right. So
I'll send you some links later.
this one here was always one of my favorite growing up again, you know, because it's a kaiju dragon here. Like this guy showed up. We all know Godzilla's the king of the monsters.
Mhm.
And then this guy showed up and started handing him the business. And he had to get all the other monsters on Monster Island to help him take this guy out because it just was not happening. He could not beat this
Godzilla. Ghidorah.
and freaking phenomenal. Love this thing. And especially in the new King of All Monsters movies, I took Connor to go see that. It was one of the first movies I actually took him to go see. He loved watching this, and then I had to go buy him all the toys. I'd like a scale Ghidorah to Beyithirr. I think that'd be cool to see.
Which one? Can you imagine?
Kidding me? Well, you're gonna put.
I actually think Ghidorah would be smaller, to be honest.
Which one had the baby
Compared to
King
Godzilla?
Kong?
I don't know, man.
Nah, I definitely think that Beyithirr's bigger than Godzilla and Ghidorah.
Based on what though? No, come on.
Look.
Compared to a human.
So like
compared to actual dragons that we've seen in real life, Trevor.
Yeah, well, okay, but so that.
I'm gonna put it out there. Like I watched the movies, and like Godzilla's not really taller than mountains, where Beyithir's perched on them. So
he could step on tanks.
Yeah, he could step on tanks, but I bet you. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Thinking about that scale, then without
ratio, gigantic.
Don't be swayed by big calendars.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You're like watching the
to bring it back to
off, Ginger.
I don't know.
To bring it back to some Beyithirr talk earlier. Oh, I just lost it. I had it here. Lone Dragon was wondering what are the odds that a neck splitter adapter piece can be made so we can use both heads
good
with Beyithirr.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna say I'm sure there are some people within the community who are making that happen right now.
Yeah,
like they're already working on designs.
Well, not only that,
maybe
but
not now, but
I mean,
soon.
Not only third-party printers, but you got to think just from a Four Horsemen perspective, they're going to get usage out of this tooling, right? And so if you think about that, like what are the parts that they would probably reuse, right? You could probably reuse the legs, reuse the tail, maybe you change up the body a little bit, you lengthen it, you shorten it, whatever. And then, you could easily do something with a multiple neck or something like that. Like the next dragon that we see is going to have, if I had to guess, probably around 60 to 75% retooling and then some new stuff. So you got to think, what would that new stuff be? Yeah. Van, I'm pretty sure this is going to be Dragon Dong, but go ahead.
Wrong.
Oh.
Embiggen me. I'll wait.
I don't have the power to do that. Sorry.
Somebody does. Oh, thank you. So, Dragon Real Doll confirmed tonight by Curtis Ackerman. Thank you. I've been waiting.
Well, if we, I heard on PGG that people were calling in about wanting a working butthole. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
We made
Why
it
is
happen.
yours not working?
It just depends what you want it to work for.
Yeah.
the working sphincter.
Beyithirr fleshlight confirmed.
Thank you, Trevor Williams.
King Ghidorah, Monster Zero. Moving on to slide 25. Apparently, there's 3 more. There's one of my favorite. This guy. I love this guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Lockheed.
There you go.
Ooh, is that hentai?
Yeah.
Where are the tentacles?
Only boys have tentacles, Curtis.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
My.
No,
that is one.
It's a cool thing for just a character in a comic book to have out of the blue.
So what's the story with this character? Because I don't know this character.
Lockheed Martin. Yeah.
She found him in another dimension, right? Or did they go to hell or something like that? I can't remember the comic.
That sounds
I remember
right.
the story.
I think he went to Limbo, where Ilyana,
Yeah, Limbo. That's what it was. Yep. And
it's cool because it speaks, but when it speaks, the word bubbles have this like cool kind of scrawly dragon speech thing.
So I'm curious, when they went to Limbo, how low could they actually go?
Real low.
Yes.
She can phase, so I mean, she doesn't really have to go.
Otherworld, was it Otherworld?
Valid.
No,
I trust.
Yeah,
Jesse.
Jesse's mentioning Otherworld, and I'm going to say I can't remember.
Yeah, you know
but
what?
I
You might be
definitely
right.
trust
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Because it was actually earlier than.
Yeah.
So it's a good dragon.
Yep.
Yes.
Bad dragons. Heard, Curtis.
Did it turn out to be an alien though?
You picked up what I was putting down, man.
Later in
absolutely
comics,
knew where
that's
you were
what it
going with that
was.
one, dude. Yeah.
It was definitely like it was originally a mystical creature, but then later you found out yes, it was an alien.
Yeah, because I've heard of girls playing with bad dragon, but not good dragons. So okay,
ruin everything.
Yeah.
Woo.
Anyway, shout out Kitty Pride, Shadow Cat,
22
Sprite,
more hours
Lockheed.
to go.
And we killed the momentum here at the start.
Okay, what the heck?
Still
is
have not
this?
seen my favorite dragon here. Come on, man.
Shinron.
Fin Fang Foom without shorts.
Shinron.
Without shorts, full of a lack of dragon dong out there.
Shinron with arms.
Right. Yep. Fing Fang Foom, another space dragon from the Marvel Universe, big bad of the Fantastic Four. It's hard to have a list without having a Fing Fang Foom on there. And Wraith Mace joining us saying, "Yo, we are the Hammer." I'm sure it sounds cooler in the game. But saying sup, Oz and folks, what's going on, Wraith? Good to see you.
So does he have dragon mutton chops? Is that what we got going on here?
That's what
I never cared for Fing Fang Foom, man. I don't know what everybody.
Yeah, he suffers a little bit.
I never liked it.
Some over design, but
yeah, this was original at Kirby, right? Like this is a little too much.
No, I mean that screams like they called in Little Richard. We need you to make a character, and he came up with Fing Fang Foom. So yeah.
I mean, he's definitely got like the sausage fingers as opposed to like the clawed hands you would think of a dragon having. A lot of knobs and spines versus like actual
it's that
like
face,
horns.
Man. I don't know. The whole mouth. I feel like I don't know.
This looks like an Art Adams drawing too. It's like like the way he
this particular drawing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's why like this again, Fing Fang Foom was an alien, not like a mystical dragon. It was just always straight up an alien from space. Just happened to resemble what we here on Earth called a dragon.
So
it was a cool Build-A-Figure.
Wings, is that like the same theory as the bumblebee? Or I mean,
I don't know. I can't explain how bumblebees fly.
If you want the bigger wings, Van, you got to pay $150.
Yeah, you got to pay $150 extra, and nobody got him his Epic Wings pack.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that's why he was. Yeah, that's why he was kicked out of his home planet because he didn't have Epic Wings. So they sent him.
So make sure, folks, if you back the dragon, make sure you get your Epic Wings because you don't want Beyithirr to turn out like Fing Fang Foom here.
Yeah, you don't want no bitch ass wings. Yeah,
you don't want the standard wings.
Those are jump dragon.
Right.
Enjoy whatever wings you guys get.
That's true. We shouldn't be we shouldn't be body shaming wings.
Don't wing shame. Yeah, that's not
wing shame. It's an important message here. Don't wing shame.
This one. Who can break it down?
Is this the last one?
No, this is not the last one. So this is
we still haven't gotten to Trevor's.
This is Show Out.
No. I'm predicting the next one has to have some form of your picture, Curtis. Because it is.
Boy.
But what is this one? Anybody? Is this from Marvel too?
Yes, this is also from Marvel. This is the mystical dragon that grants Iron Fist his powers.
That's right.
Through that legend and all.
But this is like a newer drawing of him.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a
triple
new
D batteries. But yeah.
Now, does this dragon also whitewash Iron Fist, or how does that work?
Should have gifted him better ratings, that's for sure.
Huh.
But yeah, that's
Iron Fist always white. Wasn't Iron Fist
Iron Fist was always white.
Danny Rand was always
white. Danny Rand, yeah.
Wasn't there another Iron Fist though?
No.
Well, the power of the Iron Fist could be inherited to anybody who earned it.
No, you're thinking of Ron Jeremy. That was a different.
He's got a wise dragon all of his own. Yeah, you're telling me that wasn't a fist?
Well, we're in the late stretch.
But it wasn't a fist.
It's a different dragon altogether.
Yeah.
Right. Man, we definitely lost the plot there. But yeah, you can even see his emblem right there, like on his neck and chest area that you often see on Iron Fist, that tattoo. So
we lost a few of the prudes, but we kept the cool people.
Right.
So last but not least, and Bud's not even here, but drum roll. There you go.
The last one.
There he is.
This is the last one that Bud put in the show. He was trying to keep it semi-short.
This is my dude right here. This is what I'm customizing.
Ninth Blade Curtis.
So love me some Granomir.
And do you notice the emphasis Bud put on you here, Curtis, to show you his love?
I appreciate that.
That is definitely Old Testament Curtis.
That is fire and brimstone Curtis.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So clearly we never hit Trevor's favorite. So let's go ahead and do that now. right
Waiting for
now.
Trevor to hit us with a Dragonese nuts joke.
Is it
Before presenting, remove and add.
Oh, okay.
Vermithrax pejorative from Dragon Slayer. Man, this thing was awesome at the time.
That's right.
This movie came out. This is
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Amazing. Yeah, it was. Still pretty good.
That's good looking dragon.
A little dated, but yeah.
They did that with some claymation and then puppets.
Yeah, this might have been
stop motion. Sorry,
I don't know if this was Phil Tippett. I can't remember.
Small?
You're gonna make me look it up now.
I don't think it was. I don't know, man. This was 81. This might have been Phil Tippett. Yeah.
Hey, Trevor, is it too early in the evening to announce that you are the next guest on the Purple Ganging live stream to actually debate against Trevos, the big calendar timekeeper?
Yeah, it's far too early.
Okay, we'll get there. Yeah. Nope, not in the year. We got you.
Well,
we'll see
you
next
what a year
week.
is.
So I'm trying to look it up on IMDb now because this could have been what launched Phil Tippett Studios, right? His Creature Studios.
I don't know about that.
Always bums me out to see that.
No, he'd done work before. I don't know.
Yeah,
sounds like it's time for a knife fight.
Well, he'd done.
Right.
It always is if you're Joe Gonzalez.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, brought to you by Joe Gonzalez.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Hey, I came in late. Did you guys have my favorite dragon, Bruce Leroy?
Oh,
that's the last dragon.
Because that's my favorite.
The last dragon.
The last dragon.
I pull one up there at the bottom if somebody can.
All right, here we go. So, anything you want to say more, Trevor, or should I just take this guy out?
No,
of
I
the
was
screen?
Phil Tippett. Yeah, finalized the design and sculpted a reference model. Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Joe, you want to reference its body type or anything, or should we just move on?
Well, it's a wyvern, so just technically it's a wyvern.
Okay,
Ian McDermott in this movie as well before playing.
That's right, the Emperor.
Can you tell us what that mouth do?
All right, so let's bring up, now that we've had that one, let's go ahead and bring up Curtis's.
What's this? Is it fuzzy or like crystals on it?
Crackhead
we can't hear you,
Curtis. Looking at.
Yeah, really.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's from the gentleman in the chat. Big Snacks Jenkins said, "Where's Placida Sax?" I guess it's
Big
from Elden Ring.
Jenkins.
Elden Ring. Okay, so newer game that's coming out. Sweet.
Big Snacks Jenkins.
So,
I got one too. It's a deep cut, but it's kind of cool. Let me see if I can share it.
Go for it. Van, while we're waiting for Joe to share screen, you have something?
I'm hoping nobody calling.
Can I get the Placiduxus snack back?
I don't think so.
We'll definitely make sure to give you a placid duck.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, the Placiduxus snack.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't find a bigger picture of it. This is actually from DeviantArt. So everybody knows I'm a big fan of RPGs. One of my favorite RPGs of all time, probably my favorite, is a game called Rifts, which is a post-apocalyptic game that combines magic and technology. In that game, Atlantis, after the apocalypse, rises from the ocean and comes back, and there's a society there and everything. And this is called the Dragon Dreadnought. It is actually a pilotable mecha that is shaped after a Hydra, and it's one of my favorite things. The artist is named Newton Ewell. He has a DeviantArt page. I definitely recommend everybody checking it out because he does a lot of these amazing like technical designs and some really cool monsters and stuff. So
Curtis, I did not understand why Joe Gonzalez wanted to stab people until I saw this drawing. So now it makes sense. Yeah.
I'm not connecting those dots, man. I'm not sure.
You don't have to, Joe. You stab folks, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Stick to what you're good at, Joe.
Yep.
Well, look. So
Hey, Minhoza knows what I'm talking about.
Tiamat on here? Yeah, So yeah, somebody's Tiamat.
I was gonna say we're gonna get to Tiamat here because we're getting requests to go over some dragons here.
Yeah, I just pulled up another one.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and.
Where's Figment?
He was there. He's with Thanos.
Somebody had asked for Rain of Fire Dragon.
Rain of Fire.
I've got it right here.
Oh, Stanley. Yeah, that's what this is.
Oh, you have it up
good for you.
Yeah. So
that's a. Yep. That was a great movie. Featuring a really, really cool premises of post-apocalyptic reality where dragons are sort of, in control, and humanity is sort of like underground and hiding. And there's a part where they're sort of telling the kids stories, and they're basically telling them Star Wars, which was kind of rad.
That was cool.
Again, very interesting. I'm going to check that out.
It's definitely awesome if you want to see helicopters versus dragons.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I want to see helicopters versus dragons.
Real quick,
I'm gonna go
There's
back a HasLab just so I can make a helicopter fight a dragon.
Let me get that Matthew
And then,
McConaughey action.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna fight some dragons.
And here's Matthew McConaughey sans hair. And
is that the head removed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if you bought the extra fire pack, folks, you can recreate this.
There you go.
Definitely recommend.
Matthew McConaughey not included.
Right there for you.
You can get a Bale head though.
All right. So earlier in the slideshow, we did have Elliot. We definitely had.
Yeah, he was there.
Greg is taking care of Puff the Magic Dragon somewhere.
Greg and Bud are both puffing the Magic Dragon right now. We had some requests for Tiamat.
Did you know that in Dragonlance, Tiamat is called Takesis? Where's Sunny at?
Oh,
I freaking love taquitos.
Is Tiamat is he from D&D?
I love.
She is from D&D.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, now is she controlled by Vecna, or is that like a different thing?
What's Vecna? I don't.
It's like the
big bad explain that, Lord
D&D.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a D&D fan.
Yeah, it's like the big bad, like the biggest of the bad. So
Oz,
according to the Stranger Kids. So
what he looks like.
What about Falcor?
Oh, we had that on there earlier.
We had Falcor.
Was that before I got here? Okay.
Possibly.
Yep.
We had a long discussion about furries.
We did.
The dragon is available until
me finding out
this
that
string of streams is over at 11 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, Sunday night.
Could be today now.
Actual information.
Technically later tonight. It's after midnight. So you have
in
less
certain
than
areas.
24
I'm on the
hours
West Coast.
to back the
I'm on the West Coast.
Good enough
We've
for you
got
guys.
a couple ones. Back to Rankin
Curtis will still be
Bass.
spitting pearls of wisdom until then.
We were talking about Smog earlier. This is the Rankin Bass from The Hobbit. I love this Smog.
Like
That's definitely Garfield. Yeah.
Very cool. Look at the body. Furry had some fur on it. Great voice. But
My
don't
my
remember.
mom sent me to the library to watch this Hobbit as a kid, like during the summer. It was like free, and you sat in like the all-purpose room on the floor. Your mom got ready for 2 hours while you watched.
Oh man, I miss them doing that.
Nice.
Then they had like cookies and milk, but yeah, it was like, crazy that we would go and watch that at the library because you didn't have VCRs.
I loved this, man, growing up. But folks often forget this Rankin Bass joint, Flight of the Dragons. I just remember it being voiced by what's his name? Jack Tripper.
The Emperor's New Groove.
It was a
John Ritter.
whole thing with
John
Ritter. Yeah.
There you go.
Ron Jeremy.
Yes.
You had John Ritter becoming a green
I used to have,
dragon.
like
And
a poster of this.
did you? Hey, there's my real name.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
just remembered.
Nobody looked.
Oh yeah. Let's not share that, bro.
Nah, don't matter.
Hey Joe, Bahamut.
I keep trying to click the X on Brick's screen and I can't do it.
Tiamat is the god of evil dragons, chromatic in Dungeons and Dragons, chromatic dragons, the base color ones are evil, and metallic dragons are good. Bahamut is the god of the good dragons. Right? Yeah.
Where does
gold,
Maleficent's
silver,
dragon
bronze,
factor in there?
So
what happens when you're not watching, man.
Thank you. Awkward silence.
I was gonna say, did I lose you guys?
It's taking
I'm over
a
here in
long
another
time.
window.
For some reason, my computer is running
Come on,
extremely slow.
What are you trying to open up?
Oh no.
A couple of people screenshotted Brick's information, so
yeah.
Okay, apparently
we're covered there.
Oh, it's just my name, Sergio Robledo Madrazo.
All the things that are
For you
coming
to
in the
say.
mail this week for Brick something. Just saying.
Now that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, that's Tiamat. The
Yeah,
five-headed dragon. It looked a little different in the 80s cartoon, but that's basically the same thing.
What is that? That's dope.
So would that then have more hit points than Vecna?
Yes. So Curtis, actually, you might connect to it a little bit through BG3. So you know that they ride
BBC?
red dragons in that.
The what? Oh yeah, for the Githyanki.
So the mother of the, or not mother, when they talk about her disappearing and coming back with the red dragons, that's who she went and talked to, was Tiamat. That's who she made a deal with to get the red dragons for the Githyanki.
Gotcha. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with Vecna, though.
Or Beyithirr, but
Since my screen share is failing, Brick, could you do me a favor and pull up a picture of Bai Long Ma?
Who?
Sure. But do you know what you just said in Mandarin? No, I'm just kidding. Hold on a second.
I didn't think her films were safe for this.
I go by what I'm told that means.
Massage parlor.
I would love to, but you're gonna have to type that out for me in the private chat or something, and I'll have to copy and paste that.
I'll hit you with the link.
Oz with the old, my screen share isn't working. Brick, you're gonna have to pull up this thing. Pull on your screen.
Bai Long Ma.
Boom.
But these are
did
ones
try
that
to do the share screen for Tiamat.
that people brought up in the chat as well. So there's another D&D. Joe, I'm gonna turn it to you.
Cool.
Help us out.
What is this? Bai Long Ma?
I don't know. No, this is not Bai Long Ma. Yes, this is Bahamut.
Yeah, yes.
Bahamut? Like Tony Bahamut?
Yeah. I've got a little toy of him back there.
Tony Bahamut from Philly.
But he's the god of the good dragons, the metallic dragons.
And cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
Right. I always think of Final Fantasy with Bahamut.
Yep.
Just because
from the summons.
Did you say Tommy Bahama, the god of overweight white males that are vacationing in the Bahamas?
That's what I was alluding to. Yes, but yeah. So this is like a D&D, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then this is oh my god, I'm blanking on his name.
Dragon's Lair.
Disney. Yeah, but former Disney animator. It's Dirk, but
Dirk is the knight.
The Secret of Nim animator guy who left from Disney and kind of ended up doing this video game in space. Whatever his name is. No.
Ron Jeremy.
Oh, there we go.
Ron Jeremy. Keep saying Ron Jeremy.
Whatever.
Right.
Whatever. Somebody in the chat.
I can't think of his name.
Eventually, we're gonna hit it. No, I remember. I can't remember either.
Yes, this is Don Bluth. Thank you very much, Brad Johnson. You get a no prize, a Marvel no prize. There you go. So does Menhoza. Spelling doesn't count, and so does.
So weird. That was my second guess after Ron Jeremy.
Cool looking dragon. Weird proportions. Weird head. I loved it. I remember drawing this and copying it as a kid. Just
looks like he's got an STD on his neck.
Yeah, like how did you get my mother-in-law to consent to you sketching her out? Like, that's fucking weird.
She was younger back then.
Okay, gotcha.
More amenable.
He offered to draw her like one of his French girls. It
He was trying to pay for nursing school.
Draw me like one of your French dragons.
Makes sense.
Oh man!
It was actually
And then Oz was talking about. Sorry about that, Oz. I couldn't resist.
Oh, that's a horsey.
It is, but this is Sun Wukong's Bai Long Ma.
That's what you want us to believe,
right?
Yeah.
Which is
I know a brony when I see one.
Oh, not the best quality picture, but
love you a long time.
Is a dragon. Please let's not do that. But yes.
Correct. Dragon horse. So again, for people who are fans of Journey to the West, and again, that kind of classic literature, this right here goes up with it. And considering some depictions draw it more horse-like, less dragon-like, it might be cool if we get a little add-on set to our figure obscura.
Now, it's no surprise to anybody that I've been drinking, but that last photo was absolutely a white chocolate pretzel. Like, who are you bullshitting?
I like this one.
Yep.
I like that one too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
so
again,
more modern,
I could totally
modern
see us
take of
getting
what it
something
might
like
look
this.
like.
Llama dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. And
Llama
then
dragon.
since we're sort of in this sorry, here we go. How about
I
don't know which you're actually referring to is, but perhaps this. But so this is Herensuge from it's a Basque myth, but there's lots of cool takes on this, including this one.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
That looks like
Holy
something
shit.
out of Dune.
I like electric eels.
But there's lots of different takes. Some of them are, kind of more like traditional looking dragons.
Which one of those kills Steve Irwin?
I don't think so.
Too soon? Yeah.
I've got one down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Whenever you get a second.
Curtis. Yeah. Help me out.
All right. What do you got? You got down in the private chat?
Down in you just got to pull it up on screen.
Okay.
Oh, dirt. Okay.
Yeah. It's a wolf dragon.
I got to remove this first, and I got to add this.
Ooh.
That's
Is that Len's weekend ride?
I don't know. I know I've heard Jesse talking about this and a few other people talking about a wolf dragon. So I just looked it up, and this was one of the images that came up. So I think it's pretty freaking cool. So
yeah, I'm down for that. I think that's cool.
Thomas is shout out French dragons. The Tarrasque is a French dragon, isn't it?
I hear the French ones don't shave their armpits.
They also use a lot more tongue. So I'm definitely going to open up and whip out my BBD. But
whoa, careful.
Thanos is showing off a sweet dragon.
Wow.
Anybody else pick this one up? The Creative Beast Studios.
Haven't opened it yet, though. Haven't had a chance.
I did, but it's again weirdly stuck in limbo.
Jesse, you doth protest too much. You did. You'd absolutely said dragon wolf.
Right. Yeah.
He said that he hopes that one of the pillars is a wolf, and since we know that all the pillars are dragons, he was talking about a dragon wolf, clearly. So
that's so Jesse.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So I definitely see what Cornboy was mentioning about him being really in that packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tarrasque from mythology was a dragon with a turtle shell, I believe.
A Tarrasque? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the Tarrasque. It's a D&D monster also, but that's very, very different from what the actual,
I actually hope that Barry is one of the 5 pillars, but yeah.
The Tarrasque that's a French dragon?
I think it's from a saint, a story with a French saint. They have a
Saint George.
So that's what comes up with the Tarrasque, and then here's some of the French dragons that Thomas. I love these. I love this so much. Not exactly which you were referring to, Tomas, but some. Look at Ken. What's Ken bringing up there? 300 hit points in advanced D&D, had 6 attacks. Ask me how I know.
The Tarrasque in D&D is like a world-ending type monster.
Try that one there, Brick.
Okay, give me a sec. And this one just came up while I was looking up French dragons, and I love this kind of stuff, man.
The way I heard it described was kind of like a turtle dragon. But I guess there's a lot of interpretations on that.
Is this one 550?
Probably a little more than that. That's how much they just spent on gas,
And Curtis would like us to see.
That's what came up when I put in the Tarrasque.
That's the D&D Tarrasque. Yeah.
That's pretty scary looking.
It's meant to be scary, like world-ending scary.
I'd use a fireball against this.
It wouldn't do.
Just one though.
You'd probably save some spell slots
because you never know.
Yeah,
what's gonna happen after that.
So, I do want to say at some point, Ken, we're gonna have to hear the story. He says when he was a teenager, so I'm not sure if he was drinking yet, but this could have been one of those crazy tales where Ken has a wild night and mistakes a turtle for a dragon, and he was actually just like at a park fighting a box turtle. I don't know.
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons is a deep cut. That's 2nd edition D&D.
I agree.
From back in the day, that's what I started with.
Yeah, Joe would talk about his D&D days when he was a teenager, but they didn't have dice back then. They had to throw actual chicken bones and see how many landed in a circle.
They had dinosaurs, though.
Yeah.
How else are you going to tell the future, Curtis? Come on.
And if your village got burned by the local magistrate, that means you lost the roll.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That was it.
Welcome to the South.
All right, let's check out what's going on in the Americas. This is Uktena was bringing it up. Cherokee, I believe, First Nations dragons. Where are you at?
That's badass.
Cherokee people.
Oh man, that brings me back to our high school, Matt. But yes, Uktena.
Dude, I'm loving this.
These are great, man. The
Yeah,
whole
the
stuff
one
out
looks
of the
like she doesn't
Americas,
have her
the,
dentures in yet.
horned serpents, digging it like a quad. Dragons are rad. I can't wait to get more, but I'm happy for the one to see it. To see more, I should say. Trevor.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah.
To see more.
Get more. You said get more.
There is a question in the chat for Joe Gonzalez, and apparently there's a bet on the line for it. So
I'm still at 30. I haven't done any more since Legion's Con. So
yeah, exactly, Thomas.
And
Rick's
just
back
to
and
not
confirmed, apparently.
We can't not bring the focus to that, guys. Just remember, we're going to keep going with the event of 1,000 swigs till we get to 1,000 swigs, and we didn't get to 1,000 last year.
Are we?
I guess so. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot more planned. I just haven't worked on any yet.
You got to wait until that crunch time hits, so that way you're like, I gotta get this shit done. And
come on, go.
Quetzalcoatl. I know Brick
What's
is
that
on
from,
it right
Dennis?
now.
It's World of Warcraft. It's one of the McFarlane ones.
Yeah, that's cool. I like the horns.
It's got like ram's horns and like the
cool.
T-Rex sunken face.
That's dope, Thanos.
That's badass.
His hands are creepy.
But
it's
yes,
McFarlane.
you're about to say Oz.
Pulling up the Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah. You got it?
Nice.
Is it working for
No,
you?
no, I don't. My computer's not liking share screen tonight. So.
No problem. Here, give me a second.
That's what froze me up earlier.
Oh, this is stuff, man. I obsessed over this when I was in the 5th grade.
I do have
and
have
beyond.
one more. I have one more here as well.
All right,
bring them. But here,
yeah, this is.
Here, we'll go with you first, Curtis. It's up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is a buddy dragon, and
look at that.
Yeah, that's,
look at that guy.
That's my dog right now. He's like, Dad, would you shut up? Are you gonna be talking all night? I'm trying to sleep over here.
Mind you, he's got like 20 more hours of this.
Yeah. But before Darla went to bed, she said, "Do you want me to put him in his crate?" And I was like, "No, you can leave him out." And she threw his blanket over him and left him like that on the couch. So
He's a good boy.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
All right. So Cornboy was 100% right on that whole this shit is really in there. Like, I'm trying to get the shoulder plugs out here, and they're not coming.
What's up, Ken?
Ken!
You were talking about Quetzalcoatl. This is the
that thing.
Yeah, I was
a lot of these
super stuck
designs
on this growing up, man.
Went into Basilia.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh,
so cool.
Sorry,
the bearded god.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Ken, we got a ooh yeah. So again, earlier
I got
flex.
Look at that beautiful bastard.
You could probably get the Epic Wings and Fiery Breath pack with that one.
I knew Joe was gonna pull him out. As soon as Trevor flexed, I was like, Joe's gonna fucking grab his.
I was gonna say Joe
mine has wings.
What are those wings?
Wings. I just fucking.
Yeah, mine has wings too. Right there you go. Tiny wings.
Oh, those are cute.
Oh, that's cute. That's adorable.
Look at the little wings.
You didn't pay for the Epic Wings pack.
That's right.
Yeah. See, and again, Freaks Figures knows exactly what I'm saying. Like, you can get the Fiery Breath and the and the Epic Wings pack, but then you wouldn't have this to put them on. So
Sean McLaughlin was asking what dragon this is. This is the D&D Icons Miniatures dragon. Just so you know.
Does it have a name for the dragon?
It's ancient red dragon. So this is what happens when red dragons in D&D grow up. So
pretty cool.
Very cool. So Ken, you got a story to tell.
Where do I start?
Regale us with teenage Ken life and dragons and AG&D.
Okay, so I like to think of this as just Ken being stupid, but I have many stories like this. When I was 14, I had a Dungeons and Dragons character, and I chose to have a fighter. So, when you're 14, you just roll the dice, you hack and slash. I don't know how many of you have played Dungeons and Dragons in the past. I know some of you.
I might have played once or twice.
I'm kind of an expert at this point.
So, I just kept on having my fighter go and hack and slash. Next thing you know, I'm a 21st level fighter, and we're using the high level campaigns book when you're going beyond 20 levels. He's dual wielding. He's got heavy damage, over 100 hit points. And I say to our dungeon master, I'm like, I see this thing in the book. It's called the Tarask. It's apparently the world-ending toughest thing in the book. and I bet my fighter can take him on. And he goes, yeah. So you work till the 21st level and you just want your guy to die? I'm like, oh, it's on now. 14-year-old Ken is just like, this is going down now, right? Boy. And he's just like, okay, Ken, I don't want to see all your work go to waste. And I'm just sitting there like, it's on, right? Like, show me this Tarask and I'm going to take him on. And of course, he starts the mission.
Spoiler alert, it's about to be off.
It's about to be off, right? So he starts the mission and he has mercy on me. He goes, okay, so you go into like the High Wizard's temple and he does this simulation where you get to fight the Tarask. And I'm like, simulation? I want to fight the real thing. And he just carries on with the story. Doesn't give me a chance, right? But of course, I've forgotten that the Tarask has 6 attacks to my 2 attacks and triple the number of hit points. So I just try to elbow grease it and just go hack and slash. There's no chance, right? No matter how many times I roll the dice, I'm out in 2 turns. And then, of course, I'm out in 2 turns. He's like, so it kicks you out of the simulation in the Wizard's Tower. And he goes, have you learned your lesson? And I'm like, no, I want to go again, And of course, I don't know how many times the Tarask kicked my ass. But because our Dungeon Master had mercy to set it up as a Wizard simulation, my character was not harmed long term. He's just like, I hope you would learn your lesson, Ken. And I'm like, well, I'm going to get more hit points and I'm going to get more attacks. He goes, no, it doesn't work that way. This is not how you're supposed to beat the Tarask, not by going one-on-one elbow greasing it. So, yeah, that's just, and then after that, I just, started doing things like reading books, learning how to be smarter, trying to raise my IQ so I don't do stupid ass things. Yeah.
So you just left that fighter in limbo, having never tried to.
He's still in the 21st level, and I don't know where the sheet is.
That's a shame.
I don't even know where
probably retired, sitting somewhere.
Just forgotten.
He's telling those stories about if the coach would have put me in, we would have won state. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind.
Taking that Tarasco.
He's selling shoes.
I was.
I could take a football and hit those mountains over there.
Our Dungeon Master sold all the books. I ran into him at a music store when many years later when he was working at a music store. And I said, remember when we used to play Dungeons and Dragons? He's like, yep. I don't think he remembered the Tarask story, but he was like, I sold all our books, man. But I remember we used to have a lot of fun back then. So
Ken's fighter was named Uncle Rico.
Actually.
So the initial story was old enough, but then the secondary backup story about that was old enough there was still music stores.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right?
Well, I joke. There are
hold on. It wasn't like a CD store. It was like selling guitars and like pedals for guitars and drum kits and everything. I think the fighter thing is literally just Tough Ken. I didn't even try with the name. It's just like you don't can't you come up with something more? I don't know. I just want a high level fighter. Right. Yeah, those days are gone.
Well, who knows? We might get some game time back here soon.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I can't tell you guys the names of my old D&D characters because I use their names as passwords now so I can remember them.
That's funny.
I'm now going to start calling you Tough Ken. But
please don't. I just wasn't.
I'm just going to hack into Joe's account with Demon Slayer 69.
How did you know?
Just don't call yourself Tarask because that'll give me nightmares. I was so sure I would beat that Tarask, and they're like 100 hit points, 300 hit points, 6 attacks, 2 attacks. Really, Ken? Yeah, I'm doing this. Tough Ken.
Yeah,
go.
Second edition was kind of unforgiving. We had situations where like an enemy with a Vorpal sword just cut your head off in one roll.
Oh yeah, Blackstar.
Things like that.
I saw the toys today at the show.
This is for my friend Thanos, who hasn't mentioned Blackstar in a good couple hours. So, yeah, Warlock.
Darn right. See, we need to get some horse dragons. That's what we need to get.
Yeah,
that actually is legit. Like, I would love for them to take the horse body and just do like make it
like
into
this?
a dragon. Yeah,
give it some wings.
So I got my BBD out now, and
why does he look like a hyena in the toys?
Yes, because this was prior to Four Horsemen sculpting.
Just see like he got hit with Joker gas or something. He looks so cool in the cartoon.
Oh, the laughing gas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What were you saying about your BBD?
Oh, I got my BBD out. I'm just gonna whip it out right here live. So I was talking about a Red Eyes Black Dragon. Now I've got kind of that right here. Thank you to the partnership with BBTS and of course Four Horsemen Studios. 25 years they've been working together, and because of that, we got this sweet Dragosir figure. I'm trying to. The one foot's kind of like weird. I haven't really properly heated him up yet, so I don't want to mess too much.
Ooh.
But yeah, he's actually got some blue scales highlighted around the eyes. Yeah,
Careful with him, because
yeah, I've seen some breakage on the limbs, so just be careful.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, I'm definitely going to heat him up some more. That's why I didn't even really try to pop a lot off to put the tail piece on yet.
You hold him up again, his whole body. Every time I see that, I can't help it. I think it's great looking. I'm not clowning, but yeah, I mean, it's like I can't keep. Like I just see Kevin.
He's about to go hoop. He's about to go hoop with the Y.
Yeah, it totally looks like a hockey jersey. That's
He's
how
got
I
neck.
feel too.
Is it not a hockey jersey?
No, it's not. It's not supposed to be a hockey jersey.
I'm from Canada, so like you show me something like that, I will see hockey jersey.
So yeah, we got a black Dragosir with red armor. We got a
that's cool
blue Dragosir with some green armor, greenish armor, patinaed armor.
I was trying to resist him, but
we've got Scourge with the alternate head.
Thanks for muting.
I unmuted to blow my nose. Whoops.
3 Dragosirs now in my collection.
I've got Scourge down here that I brought to open later because I've never opened one.
Oh man, it was good, real good.
I got a Rakagor open and I've got Kragnar, but I've never opened Scourge.
And of course, yeah.
Oz, are you gonna get the cosmic? Did you get the cosmic one that Eric Miller painted up?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Head?
Is like, well, I think it was Cullum. He had posted like last year about putting a head like that on the Kragnar body, and I thought it looked so cool. Or no, actually, that was shortly after PowerCon, so that would have been 2023. He posted that, and I was like, oh man, I really want to get something like that now. So the fact that they had gone ahead and actually now we're gonna have that, head with the color tone to match, the color match and everything. I was all about it. I couldn't miss that. So there was that, as well as like the snake heads for actually, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like there was a tribute figure to Thanos before Valaverse. I mean, it's a pretty close match seeing them side by side. I don't think I would have put them together like that until Thanos put them up side by side. It is definitely
looks like Thanos has a puppet of himself right there.
Right.
Thanos, you get a figure of yourself.
Be quiet, dummy.
I heard there's a Kendar figure out there.
Yeah, there might be.
Yeah. But I'm always excited for more Dragosir figures because I think that's a cool species within Mythos, and I dig it.
Yeah. So no Kendar today, but I left it downstairs, so we're gonna have to go with a photo on my phone. But I did get a complete Randor and a complete Hordak today at the show.
Whoppers for Eternia, baby.
Yeah. The Randor one, I don't know what it is. I rarely ever see him with his staff and his crown. So just had to jump on it when that happened. Same seller had Scareglow.
The fact that he's got the cape too.
Yes.
Like you're right. Yeah. Rarely crown, rarely the spear. But honestly, like I think it's even rare to find him with the cape. Maybe you've been to more toy shows than me where you've seen him with the cape, but very rare.
Well, the same seller had the Scareglow with the glow in the dark halberd, which I'm sitting there Like,
I'm disappointed in you that you didn't pick that one up.
I've got one if you need one.
So I bought all that. You saw the rest of my haul, Oz. Come on. I gotta draw the line somewhere.
I give you that, but the Scare Glow with the glow in the dark staff, the vintage one, that is a rare piece.
So just to get any Scare Glow, I know I'll see it again, but the one I showed in the chat, this one I'm not gonna see anywhere. Right?
That is so dope.
Yeah, the fact that you got that in box.
Yes.
That's a great one, man. I told you I had that one as a kid. Or technically it's supposedly in Ted's storage. I have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, I remember playing with parts of that as a kid.
Yeah.
I never saw one complete.
Did they release it in the US? Because
I was through an import store. I got mine through Pony Toy Go Round in
I was gonna say that I thought
Tokyo.
I don't think Matchbox ever made like this specific version. I think they made a smaller version, right? But like if you're able to import the original Japanese versions of Mospita, Macross, I don't think they made much for Southern Cross. May as well jump on that wagon.
Do you open it up? Are you gonna open it up, Ken, or are you gonna keep it in box?
I mean it's not sealed, so
okay.
But I did open it to kind of inspect it and just double check the condition and everything like that. And I had somebody who already owned one check and make sure it was complete and everything before I pulled the trigger. And then speaking of BBTS, I nabbed a few Monster Force figures. So I was surprised to find these in Canada because with tariffs, with bad exchange rate, with shipping, I wasn't sure I was going to order these. But then finding them up here, was
and
just
they were like
freaking awesome,
right around the retail price then too.
No, they would have been around what the retail price plus shipping would have been.
Should have been
but then no like
Either
crazy
way.
import fee, and with like a poor exchange rate, I don't have to put the order in and worry about customs and tariffs and everything like that. So this would have been the price if I had today's exchange rate plus the shipping is what they would have come out to. And I'm just like, I'll just take it. Actually, I even got it in a trade. I had some items I was really having trouble moving at my booth, and I talked to the store owner who had these, and he's like, I think I could get those moved in my shop on Vancouver Island. So I'm like, well, I'd like your Monster Force stuff, and we just swapped it. So yeah, Steve would have asked me to buy it for him if I didn't buy it for myself, and I wasn't about to buy it, wrap it, and ship it to him. So hey, is that what's Trevor got there?
It's Monster Force.
Is that the Delta Red Nocturnal?
Yeah, Delta Red. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same one I think as the one I've got. So
yeah, those sculpts are awesome.
So I think that's either this one or the other version.
Yep. That's him, I think.
Yeah.
So Stanley's asking this question: are current in-stock items tariff-free? So tariff is something that's based on a country who's importing or exporting.
Yeah.
Typically, if it's an in-stock item that is already here within the United States, there would be no purpose for a price increase due to a tariff. However,
they shouldn't get away with it.
Right. So upcoming things, who knows what that's.
There's still some customs fees at the border. There's still FedEx fees. And if you try to use USPS instead of FedEx, it'll cost more to get to Canada. So
Curtis.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
He's got it.
Are you trying to sell that? Is that what you're saying?
I am. I mean, it's been sitting in my garage for like 5-6 years, so it just needs to at some point move. So
wow, okay.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested, let me know.
What were you asking on it again?
Yeah.
Is that so you can get another?
What's the?
Yeah, glow in the dark halberd, original cape. Yeah.
There you go, folks.
It's pretty minty. No, I really don't see any yellowing. It looks pretty good.
No, he actually looks like white, which is very unusual for that figure now.
Yeah.
All right. That's not even a true proper bid. Like the starting bid on that with the glow in the dark halberd, mind you, is something that'll get you closer to getting a Beyithirr.
I can tell you what I paid for it like 5-6 years ago, and that's I believe it was $350.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So see, that's why you're going to talk me into buying the one tomorrow. The
Yeah,
guy
I bet.
wants 400 Canadian on it, which is only about 280 US.
Yeah,
that's today's price, right? And you know, if it was the non-glow in the dark halberd, I would understand that price. But with the glow in the dark, and it's that nice because it's comparable to what Curtis has. Now, Curtis has it in a nice case and everything, so you know there's value in that too. But damn.
Hey, 3-star, Bud and Greg already left, man. So you're a little late on that 5 on it.
Steve, thank you for joining us tonight.
I'm gonna take off, guys.
Well,
I will see y'all later.
All right.
Wait, before you go, Thanos. Before you go, Thanos, you're not far from NorCal, yeah. Let me just throw this up before you go, and you can admire.
I was gonna say,
Curtis,
please, Rick, if you would.
Yeah, only because so West Coast, we don't get enough 4 horsemen.
I'm gonna try to make it to this.
Yes,
unless
that's
I'm
what I want to hear.
back at work by this time, and it's so I don't know what's going on with my life right now, but I want to try to go.
Where are people staying? Or message me later. That's what I need to know.
Where are people staying?
Where's a good hotel to stay at in the area that I'm not going to get stabbed at in the parking lot?
Oh, stabbed out in the parking lot. Come on, whatever. Where you at? We grew up in what? Downey, Southgate, Bellflower, Linwood. Where you at? We're good.
Yeah.
No,
you got a lot of blood.
This is a 7-hour drive, so like I need a place to stay.
How much blood do you really need?
I'll let you know. But the West Coast Mythic Meetup, May 3rd, Thanos. It would be rad to see you there.
Yes,
and don't.
I'm gonna try to go. My cousin lives about like 40 minutes away, so I was thinking about going, hanging out with him, and then coming down to that, and then heading back afterwards. So
cool.
Also, everybody go get your Thanos figure from Valaverse. So and you can put his head wherever you want. So,
Woo, good. All right, man. Good night, Thanos. Yeah, May 3rd. In the Sacramento, California area at this place called the Galaxy Game Cafe. Where the 4 Horsemen will be represented there. Nate Barch will be there. There's a bunch of folks coming out. David Williams is coming through. And what triggered this was because this guy will also be there. And Carver Custom says, I'll definitely... Oh, no, that's not what he was going to say. There was this one I was trying to bring up. He's been working on his first Beyithirr Dio bass while listening. Will you be jumping on one of these streams to share it?
Well, he could take my place because I'm gonna get going.
Well, Trevor, you got me opening my Delta Red, so I'm just
right now. Fast.
I wasn't gonna open it till tomorrow, but then I got jealous of you fiddling with.
Is that your first one?
Yeah, they are so good. Like people said, when you get them, you are going to be blown away with the smoothness of the joints, with the quality of the plastic, with the accessories.
All the stuff you can. Yeah, the accessories are great,
and just the options. And it's just that this Delta Red had a very Halo type of look once you put the shoulder pads and everything on. That's what I liked about it, even though it's meant to be like an undead monster. Well, trooper, really, more than anything else.
They could just be your military dudes too.
But yeah, they have a very cool tactical look to them. So I'm definitely going to deck this guy out. This is really nice. Damn.
All right, boys. I'll see some of you tomorrow.
All righty.
All right. Good night, Trevor.
All right. Have a good one, Trevor.
All right.
Sleep
see you guys.
Well. Dream of dragons.
Dream of dragons.
All right. May 3rd. If you're on the West Coast, come out. Obviously, some folks here are going to be there, and you can kind of see some of the names on there. More will be added to the list. There's going to be painting contests. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be a Dio contest that I'm hearing too. And then all these folks will be there showcasing their stuff, selling their stuff. It's at the Galaxy Game Cafe in Citrus Heights, technically not Sac, but close enough. So you'll hear more about it, or you can be awesome and follow West Coast Mythics, plural, on IG. And that ends my commercial. Just in time for me to say goodnight, because I'm actually going to get going, because, I'm on the West Coast and it's late over here.
They're fading fast. They're fading fast.
11 p.m., man.
They're dropping.
All right,
guys.
Awesome
Take care,
hanging
Rick.
out. I hope
hanging,
somebody
Rick.
else have a con. Actually, Oz just left.
Oh, so
we'll
have I
leave
got-
you like this,
have
and
I-
you all can just talk. I don't think
shit.
you have it.
No, I've got StreamYard controls, so
Okay.
I
Well,
guess I'll take over for a bit until Oz gets back.
good luck with all that.
All
Night,
right,
folks.
All right, later, Brick.
Later, man.
Beauty.
Steve, I'm gonna get you in on these Monster Force figures. They're good.
Okay. Which ones you got? Oh yeah, you showed
Delta Red Nocturnal, but
I have one I've never opened. So go get it. It's right here.
Smoker Oz is back.
So Oz is outside. Good stuff.
Yes, Oz is outside. My reign of trying to quit has had breaks, but I will get back to it.
Just use these, man. These things are awesome.
I've tried some other stuff. It's hard because I enjoy the act and doing it. That's the problem that ends up breaking me because I'll get to a point where I'm stressed and I just want to relax. Not that I'm stressed here or anything, but that craving hit and I was like, you know what? Yeah. The good news is it's now less than it used to be.
Yeah. It's hard to just quit cold turkey, right?
The best way to do it
Which
that
is
I
what I
found,
did.
like I was a serious smoker. I could smoke 2.5 packs a day, no issues, right? And there was just nothing stopping me. And I tried everything to quit. I quit once for 4 years, cold turkey, but then my blood sugar dropped. And anyways, there's a connection between nicotine, blood sugar, and how much insulin your body makes and different things like that. That's a whole chemical thing. We won't get into that. But what I did was I took these guys. This is 12 milligrams, so it's pretty strong, right? And what you do is you throw away this concept that you have to quit smoking. Just throw that away. Oh, okay. Hi. Anyways,
Sorry.
These guys, or you get them from Sweden. I just smuggle them in. Well, I didn't say that. Anyways,
You import them somehow.
yeah, I import them legally through a broker and the president. And okay. Anyways,
Something.
I don't have to be full screen. Stop it.
Okay, sorry. I just realized Oz doesn't have doesn't have controls from where he is, and I'm busy trying to get the holster, the drop leg holster on my figure. So.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so what you do is you stop with this whole I have to quit smoking. Just throw that out of your mind, and instead what you do is you put one of these in, and you're like, I'm going to have one of these while I'm inside watching a movie. That's it, right? And then if you want to do another one in like an hour, go ahead. If you want to go outside and have a smoke, go have a smoke. Take all the pressure off. Stop this whole bullshit of I have to quit smoking, right? Because that will defeat you. Instead, you're just going to do this when you want. You're going to smoke when you want. That's it. That's the whole game plan. And that got me to quit smoking completely, except for I have like one cigar every 2 months. That's it, right? So I'm not nicotine free, but I don't really give a shit. You know, I'm not the world's healthiest person or whatever. They're actually finding that nicotine heals people of certain things. The drug itself, nicotine, is actually healthy for you. The problem is that it's addictive. But on its own, without all that extra stuff, nicotine is actually relatively healthy for you. So just take all the pressure off. Do this when you want, smoke when you want. And what you'll find is you might drift over to using this all the time, and then your lungs clear up, your heart gets stronger, etc. Or you might do half and half, or you might just kick it, whatever. You know, just do what you want. But if you take that stress off, that pressure, that I have to, you know, whatever, eat 5 vegetables and wake up at 6 a.m. and, you know, perfect, all this stuff. Just do what you want. And it works like a charm, man. Within 1 month, I had completely quit smoking because it was like, I prefer this. Like, it's got this, when you smoke, you got that satisfying, you know, the smoke curls down. You got that taste, that fullness, or whatever that you really, really want. So you tend to believe, like, really, it's drug addiction to an extent. And so you attach all of these other things that are happening. You tend to believe, I love the feeling of it going through my lungs and my mouth, out my nose, all that stuff. I understand it because I did that for 27 years. Right. The cool thing is these burn in your cheek. You got that nice, nasty burn. So if you like something that's a little bit nasty, you're like me, you know, I like having something something nasty going on, right? You'll get that from this, but whatever it is, get a strength that works for you. This is 12. 6 might be a bit cheap. 9 might be, whatever. Try 12. Try 9. It's got a nice burn to it, but just whatever it is, take that pressure off. Stop this. I have to, because that's what's going to make you fail.
Right. And I was doing good. I was actually doing good for a while. I broke first at ZoloCon, and then I stopped again, got myself off of it again. And then I went for a while, and then I ended up getting back on that horse. But again, it's less than what I was, which is good. But I want it to the point where, yeah, eventually it will be none, because honestly, it's just getting too expensive to keep up the habit.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And these guys are whatever. I think it's like $4, and they last about 3 to 4 days.
Well, that's not bad at all.
So yeah, it's not bad.
So Culprits hopped in the chat here saying, just popping in quick. Dragons like nicotine. I mean, that could be why they got that fiery breath.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, that fiery night has got to be one of the coolest figures that the Four Horsemen have put out. And for anybody who is a big fan of Ghost Rider, it definitely gives you a perfect head to make a Mythic Legions Ghost Rider. So, hey, if you want, you don't even have to fully back the dragon, which I highly recommend, because we're trying to get that up to the 4K. And I know I've seen a couple people say that they got it here tonight while watching this stream. And thank you, because that's one of the reasons that we're all, those of us that are doing this 24-hour ride are doing it. We're trying to, help push this and get all of those unlocks.
Mm-hmm.
3-star draw, he's on for it. He's saying 4K all the way. He wants all that stuff unlocked.
I think we're going to get there.
I think so.
For just 100 cups of coffee, you can bring home and save your own dragon and give them a loving home in your own space, plus shipping and handling and tax.
Right.
Arms of angel.
The funny thing is if I'd quit back in November when Beyithirr was revealed at Legions Con, I probably would have had enough money just sitting off the side that I could have bought 2 Beyithirrs. Just because it's that costly of a habit.
We all have that, I like to have a beer here and there. If you cut out alcohol entirely, who knows what you have? Maybe another HasLab, right?
That's definitely something that I did. And I think it's funny. The whole reason that I actually started smoking like this is because of drinking. Because I wasn't smoking for a while, but I'd have one occasionally when I would drink. And then as I started drinking more and more, as that problem became its own thing, then next thing I knew, I was smoking more and more.
Yeah.
And then I gave up drinking, but I never gave up the smoking with it. So,
my wife's been loving all the home cooked meals, and she has no idea. Problem is she's going to get used to it, and then once the dragon's paid for, I'll be like, "No, man, let's order something." But for now, it's like, no, I bought some salmon. I'll cook it up in the oven. We're good. I got some rice-a-roni.
Yep.
And a bag salad. I got dinner tonight.
There you go.
You're having that conversation. It's like, yeah, we haven't been going out to eat a lot lately. I'm like, yeah, I know we haven't. Interesting.
Weird.
Yeah.
Strange.
Now, and that's something too, is I still like to partake in the green, which definitely
like Brussels sprouts.
Yes, Brussels sprouts. Now, I can say it's legal here in Maryland, but the flower power, the herbs, the weed, and that doesn't help when you're trying to give up smoking, and then you just take a couple hits off of a joint, and then next thing you know, you want to smoke a cigarette.
Yep. I'm allergic to that stuff. I can't go near it.
Oh man.
Brussels sprouts? That sucks, man.
Again, yeah, Brussels sprouts. Yeah. I went to my dealer.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Throw a little bacon in with them.
I was going to say some bacon and some balsamic vinegar, and you
glaze.
Heck yeah.
Some Dijon mustard up on those.
Talking, man.
grind that up in a bowl.
Making me hungry, and I gotta, still sit here for like. Yeah, at some point, I'm hoping one of the shows won't have room for me. So
oh God! If one of the shows doesn't have room for me and I can get a little nap, that's going to be great.
I'm not even worried about the nap. I can handle the lack of sleep. It's going to be the lack of food that's
Man. So you guys, by the time Latin Legions rolls around, you guys are going to be all tired.
Dude, I've been up since 4:30 this morning, my time, to go to work.
I was going to say, I'm impressed that Joe's still with us now at this point, but
I had to leave to go pee because I am fueled up on coffee. So
I was going to say, I'm going to be making another pot as soon as I go back inside, because I know we made one earlier and me and my uncle went through that. So now I'm going to have to go make another one.
I mean, oh, you know what? I don't think anyone's watching the chat, are they? Should I be pulling up comments?
I can pull it up as it keeps going. It's weird on mobile now. They've done an update for mobile. So it's like, as I highlighted, it actually says, did you want to actually put this on stage? Or do you want to delete it or put user in timeout? Where that was all used to be like a separate
it's
option.
Cullen, so I would definitely put him in timeout.
Oh, no, I can't. And yeah, saying can't afford the dragon right now. Sorry. Hey, man. Look,
on a
we
Fisk
understand.
income like Wilson Fisk, the kingpin?
That'd be
That's a pretty decent income. Sorry, bad joke.
Oh, no. It was all right, Joe. It was all right.
God damn, these Monster Force figures. I didn't know what I was missing.
Aren't they good?
I got it sitting here. Are you going to make me open it?
Holy cow.
Dude, that's what we're here for, Matt. Open it.
Oh, you got the same one.
I bought it at the Geeking Out show when I went to go visit Jeremy in La Mirada, and they were there, and I looked at it. I'm like, you know what? I'll pick one up for fun, but I haven't opened it yet. It's just been sitting on my shelf.
Is that Delta Red Nocturnal you've got?
Delta Red Urban Operations Trooper.
Oh, you got the other one. Okay. It's a very similar one. I got that one as well.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Damn, these are nice.
They look cool.
Lone Dragon, yes.
Opening Necro, so I haven't gotten around to it.
Buy an extra fiery breath and get it delivered to my place.
There you go. So did you work out a thing with Brick, or are you guys splitting one?
If Brick wants to do like payment plans like with me, because again, I don't have the money on hand right now to get it, but if he's willing to let me pay so much every couple of weeks, I will gladly. If Brick wants to buy it up front and then I pay him back every few weeks, he can keep the figs and I will take the dragon.
Yeah, we need to try to make that happen before tomorrow night.
Yeah, for sure. Because I would love to. I want the dragon. That's the main thing. The figures are a great bonus, and I'd love to have those too. But the dragon is the main one.
Oh, so Brick's thinking he may not want to keep the dragon. He may just want the unlock.
He doesn't think he's got the space for the dragon.
That's what happened to me with the HasLab Dragonfly. Is one of my buddies wanted the Dragonfly, but he already had the figures from somebody else. So I'm just like, well, I really only want Wild Bill and Glenda. Let's just do this, and it happened. So.
Right. Yeah. Make it happen.
There's a will, there's a way, because I got the Robo Skull. So I was like, well, I don't need both. So
tough to put those 1/12 scale vehicles into a space. So for me, though, like where my Lords of Power 5-pack sits behind my head, I'm going to move the Lords of Power 5-pack so that dragon will always sit right back there. Like as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly where I was going to put it.
Oh, hold on. Somebody's awake.
So GI Jetman, that was me. I was going to get it with the fiery breath so we could send it to Lawrence. I was actually going to have it delivered to Lawrence's house to have him pose it with pictures on the flag. Unfortunately, when things change up, can't always make that happen, which is a bummer because I wanted to do that. But I know Jonathan Hedgehog Action, he also has a flag, so he's going to definitely get those. But I still wanted to give Lawrence the chance to do the review because I don't do figure reviews. I just really go live. It's what I enjoy, hanging out with my friends every Saturday night, opening up figures on camera and hanging out with friends. I don't do a lot of the other stuff that a lot of other toy channels might do. So giving Lawrence that chance to be able to review the dragon and have that on his channel would have been a cool thing too. So it would have been a bonus for both of us. And then he and I would have worked out how we were going to get it delivered to me. He was talking about, just making another trip down here to Maryland and doing that. But I don't know. At this point, I might make the trip up to Jersey just to hang out with everybody picking up their Dragon. And probably a couple of people are going to need help loading it into their car. So I could probably just say, yeah, I'll help. I like to pick things up and put them down.
Yeah, 2 for them, 1 for you, 2 for them, 1 for you.
Just slap them in the back of the head, and you're like, oh, I got a Dragon. Cool.
Where do you get that winter jacket? Fell off the back of a truck that I packed early.
Exactly.
I got my Dragon Mafia stuff.
It will happen, 3-star. Definitely check out Jonathan Hedgehog Action on YouTube, Saturday Day Live. He has his flag. There will happen. Yeah, in 2 years when this comes out.
Is that the lead time on the Dragon?
Yeah.
They're shooting for the end of next year.
They're hoping for that, but you're right. We'll, things happen. We'll give ourselves a buffer and not get our hopes up too much, and then we'll all just have 40-pound boxes showing up on porches.
So, have they started tooling, or where are they up to?
Oh, they are a lot further into production with this Dragon than where most of these kinds of projects start. Because they've been working on it for a long time.
Still awake.
All right. Let's bring up that comment saying, yo, still awake. Curtis, if you want, send the link.
He is in the
he should be in the group, right?
Yep. So if the link is out there. In fact, I gotta send the link soon for the next leg, which will be on Offworld.
That's right.
About 38 minutes. So
that's right. And folks, if you want to get that geared up, the link for that stream, that leg of the stream, is in the description. And I want to put down again that every single channel that is a part of this 24-hour stream, I've also put their links in the description. So you can make sure you go sub to their channels, as well as, hit that notification bell so you know when that next leg's going to start. Because we broke it up pretty evenly for having so many channels. There's a couple of them that are going to be simulcast. So that's going to be cool. I know the Art by Ackerman channel will be simulcast with the wonderful Legion's Ladies. And then, again, as was on here earlier, Trevor 1/6 Shooter. So the Legion's Lounge and Just Shelve It will be simulcasting. And did you get all that worked out, Curtis? You got how that's
going? So I guess there's a setting that you can put on there to where when people join, they can just stream it to theirs.
Right.
I'm looking at mine right now.
Its settings.
I have a thing in my corner that says stream this to your audience.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if I hit that, if it would go on like Latin Legions, which I guess
it would. At this point, it might be a little superfluous to do so, but
no, I wouldn't do it.
Don't be using big words with us. We don't.
Oh, sorry, Curtis.
It's too freaking late to be pulling that shit out. Yeah.
Hey, don't say us. Say Curtis. Don't be using big words
with Curtis. Superfluous. He goes out and smokes a cigarette. All of a sudden, he's all sophisticated and shit. Going to use big words.
We got a lot of people watching. Like we had over 60 people watching earlier.
So. Oh yeah, definitely. We had 75, I think, at the peak.
Wow.
So Stanley's asking, what are the links for the remaining? All those channels, it's in the description of the video. So if you go into the description for the stream, you can pull up those links and you will have them there. Because again, we're keeping this party going for the next 24 hours.
For anybody that's in the Cabal, there's a post that's pinned that has all the links as well inside the post. So
yep.
And Jordan's up. Very nice.
Jordan's still hanging with us. That's excellent.
Am I allowed to ask about this Telethon customer service line below?
You can ask, or you can just call the number.
You can call the number. Call the number. They're standing by right now. Very busy.
Yeah.
We had Terrence and Gina here earlier. They were on a break, giving us some updates from the call center.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
How do you know I'm wearing a hat right now? What do you mean you're watching me?
No, I'm not touching myself.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't call that line, man.
What was
You're
it?
live on YouTube. Of course, they're watching you.
What did I put that on? Was it last night for Let's Go Off World, or was it for this? Is grab your warm beverage, hop in the shower, grab some lotion and tissues, whatever it is you do when you're watching us.
There you go.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Not gonna yuck anybody's yum.
Hey, yeah, that's right. I think Greg was the first one that brought it to my attention about the showering while watching live streams. And Curtis went up to him. He was all like, "No, I'm gonna take a picture from the shower while you live stream."
Yeah, I've sent quite a few people pictures of me in the shower watching their show.
That's how it goes. We got Average Asia in the house. I'd like to say above average, saying, "Hey, y'all. Good
What
to
up?
see you here. Good to see you." There you go. Watch it there. So, do you guys think this campaign will hit the 4,000? I have heard the latest numbers. It's yesterday. So, later on today, we're going to be getting some more updates throughout this 24 hours from Jeremy. He's going to be popping into the different streams, giving us those. Right now, him and the rest of, most of the other studio people are taking naps and sleeping because it's a big day for them as well. And yeah, so far we're getting closer. We're getting much closer, and I totally think we're gonna hit over the.
I think the last count was like 3380, and that was at like 9 o'clock, Eastern on Saturday, PM. So we've probably made I know we've had a few people mention here that they've bought it. So we'll see what the count is in the morning, and then hopefully we'll get at least hourly updates, from Jeremy, and then maybe even more towards the end. So
nice, right? Yeah. Either way, it's a very, very exciting time. Totally glad to be a part of this, because it's kind of a big deal. This is a moment in toy history.
This is your chance to adopt a dragon, people. Get out there and do your part.
That's right.
Dragons a loving home.
And you know what, folks? If you've got a split custody, that's fine too. Just find somebody and do a shared custody deal. That's cool.
What you don't want is then when the dragon comes out to have that, oh man, I should have bought it.
Yeah, because by then anybody who has an extra that's selling it, they're gonna want some of that extra money for them having what you want.
A little cheddar for it.
Little extra.
Yep. And with the way that inflation is going, it'll probably be more than a little.
Yep. So look, Terrence is buying a second and a third.
Oh wow. Yeah, but see, he's working the call center. I wonder if he might be doing something shady there. He might be calling in a couple extras.
Yeah, he's like writing down credit card numbers.
Yeah.
He's getting a second and third, but it's going to be on somebody else's card.
Exactly.
That's funny because my card number was stolen one time, and somebody in Florida used it to buy a pizza. And I never even suspected Terrence, but it could have been.
Because he's such a good guy. He's a community shopper. So
they have anchovies on it. Anchovies would give it away.
Yep, that's it.
All right, guys. I'm going to switch things back up. Ken, you're going to be in charge while I am gone.
Okay. Ken, tell everyone to shut up. Sit down and shut up.
Yeah. Oz is going to come back on screen so you can close out the show.
Yeah, I'm quite distracted by my figures here. Like this is surprising how good it is. Sorry, just totally about Beyithirr, and here I am going on about a different brand. So,
oh, you're fine.
Yeah, it's just
I might have to get a coffee here soon though. You got your coffee ready to go for Off-World, Joe?
Yeah, I got to actually. I'm going to refill very soon, so gotcha. I got it brewed. I just need to go fill her up.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to try to do the 24 hours as well, Joe?
I doubt the whole 24 hours, but since I'm actually a sidekick on Off-World, I figured I better make it at least through Off-World.
You don't work tomorrow, do you?
No.
Oh, well, you can do the 24.
But I've been up since 4:30 this morning, which is more than 24.
It'll be like 32 hours by the time he goes.
You're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Curtis, your opinions mean nothing.
You're okay. You can maybe get a little nap and coming back and join us on Shooting the Shelf tomorrow night.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I won't be back, but at some point I'm probably going to have to sleep at least a little.
Yeah, take a 2-hour nap and come back.
Get all the sleep you need when you're dead. So
yeah,
which will be soon if I don't get some sleep. So
I mean, you've lasted what 150 years already, or whatever it is that you've been around.
Yeah, but I worked like 62 hours this week, man. It's just Yep. Anyways,
what do you have fun?
I'll do my best.
Off-world. Anything fun gonna happen?
Well, we're supposed to have
always fun, buddy.
Yeah. First off, Off-world's always amazing. At least for the people on the stream.
On the screen,
we're supposed to have some like games and stuff set up, but that's all dependent on Dooch. And I'll be honest, I don't trust Dooch as far as I could throw him. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but we're gonna have fun either way.
Yeah.
Do it this week in theaters, maybe open up some toys, kind of hang out, whatever.
Argue.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
I could maybe hang out for a bit if you want.
Absolutely. Well, I think I've already thrown the link in the 24-hour chat. So
So I was catching up on this show, by the way, this week, and I don't know how how did you guys do all those hours? Like that's like you guys
like
are at it on Saturdays.
It's just them hanging around for hours and hours on Saturday.
And they're having so much fun.
Bullshitting.
Yeah.
Hey, my mustache can go all night. It's me that has the problem.
I've been up early as well because we were setting up for the toy show. So, yeah, and then I got day 2 tomorrow. But I mean, I'm gonna bail out here before midnight because y'all got to go on Off-world anyway. I got to get some rest.
I'm gonna stick it out till Oz comes back, and then I'm gonna go make me a coffee, and then I gotta get the other stream ready. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think we can go right to the top of the hour, right? Because you're gonna need time to change over to the next.
Well, somebody's gonna need. We said we were gonna overlap, so somebody will have to make sure that it keeps going. That'll probably be Oz, but
yeah. That's
Ken. Where are you? Ken, are you on the West Coast?
I'm on the West Coast. Yeah, I mean, I'm up in Vancouver.
Okay. The very northern West Coast of me.
Yeah, like a couple hours north of Seattle, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, it's still nice.
Same time zone, but lots of miles away.
Yes. You in California, or where are you at?
Yeah, I'm down in SoCal, LA County.
I gotcha. Yeah, we'll see. It's a really large toy show that we're doing up here. It's 400 tables.
There he is.
So it's like 40,000.
I'm gonna go make my coffee. I'll be right back.
All right, see you, man.
For sure, Curtis. That's what I just did. Got the coffee pot of brewing. So we are ready. Ken, you were saying something. Sorry.
It's just a big show, so we got to get some energy. Make sure we got the energy to be there. But I want to tell myself I'm done hunting, but you know me. I'm stuck in a room with 400 tables. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it through tomorrow without spending some money. So
that tends to be the way it goes, right?
Yeah, I feel like I splurged enough today, but apparently not. So
yeah,
it's not splurging if it's a good deal, Ken. If it's a good deal, you gotta get it. It's like that's not splurging. That's a good deal.
Yeah, you like the Mosquito right here, the one that Steve really wants but can't have. So
give it to me. You want to stay in the company? You got to give it to me.
Ooh.
I think I'll send my resume to either Four Horsemen or Fresh Monkey at that point.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding. At least they get their stuff out on time.
Yeah, so we do too.
Guys, here we go again. Just these figures. We've got additional picks so you can see that scaling. You know, got them sitting side by side here with classified. I love the fact that they decided to include a Lego minifig. You can see that gripping paw on one of the Armory Knights. You know, you got a little NECA action with the movie turtle here. And you see Grenemir, which was their last big dragon that they did for classics, sitting next to Beyithirr. So he's taller than that. Got Cosmic Legions or Black Series, rather. Again, it's just overall a very, very impressive toy. These are all individually sculpted. No copy and paste in ZBrush. None of that. The detailing is just magnificent. Not to mention, if you get Beyithirr, this is all already fully unlocked automatically. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to get Sir Benegar, the champion of Beyithirr. This is unlocked. This is part of the package now. And it was the full upgrade kit that got unlocked for that. So you get all of that here. The great sword with the scabbard. You get the regular long sword with the scabbard, the dagger. You get the lance with the fist, which we all know there might be a Return to Fisto Friday if Thanos gets himself one of these.
That sword is translucent too.
Yeah. It's a translucent, like glowing red blade. So that is a big worth mentioning point there. Thank you, Joe.
I love that shield, and I want it in both colors.
Yes.
And the only way we're going to get both colors is if we get that full unlock to the 4,000. So we're still working. So the Ashen skeleton here, this is unlocked. So this is they call this one the Ashen skeleton. I remember I thought they had mentioned that the graveyard skeletons were what they were calling Ashen Gray. But this is the Ashen skeleton. Familiar. This thing's almost black.
Yeah.
And we are still working towards its upgrade kit, which gives you the Orc skull that is coming down with the skull pack that'll be out with All-Star 6. You get the vampire skull, you get the additional shield, you get the spear, and the extra sets of hands. So that's what we're working on unlocking next. And then if it hits that full 1,000, we're going to get Beyithirr's. 4,000. You're going to get that full Beyithirr's Fury. It's definitely not mustard colored.
No.
So full golden and green knight, which I'm a big fan of. You can see they're not just, although there are parts reuse with Sir Benegar for certain things like the pauldrons. Again, you're getting different heads. You're getting the wings for the side of the helmet as opposed to just the horns. You're going to get that chainmail head, but this one's coming with 3 different face plates, which is really nice. You're going to get a whole different spear, get another sword. So it's a different loadout, and you get this shield, but it's gold. It's got those reverse of the colors.
That's pretty.
So this is phenomenal. I actually like the look of the golden shield more than I like Sir Benegar's shield, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's why I like the gold.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I get this colorway matching more with this armor than the reverse, but I mean, they both look so good, though.
What? Sorry, I was just reading War Chest's comment. That made me laugh.
Yeah. Well, let me get back into the chat here real quick. They for real should have given people a heads up on this a few months ago so they could get ahead of it and plan their budget.
2 up. 2 up. He didn't know there was unlocked figures. That's awesome. That's like me.
Yeah. And again, just from the start, they have these 2 different sets of paws. You get the flat paw and the gripping paw.
Nice.
I've been to Ladysmith. I didn't realize. Anyway, interesting.
So this set, the Fiery Breath set for 150, you're getting everything with this one. You got the upgrade kit to the Burning Knight. You're getting the additional head, the additional neck, the Fiery Breath. And again, I love this look right here.
He doesn't actually have the locked tattoo on his teeth. Yeah, that.
Oh, come on! I was really hoping he would have locked tattooed across the teeth.
And is that going to be a plate that comes out?
Yes.
So you could stick that in a regular night just for
Yeah, it's the exact same chainmail hood that the other figures have. Yeah. Except trans.
Yep. Yeah. So
it's the faceplate.
You could totally. Yeah, you could pop out Sir Elijah's face, and you could pop this in there. You could pop this in Sir Benegar. You could pop this in anybody who uses that chainmail hood.
Sorry.
So yeah, we're talking about the flaming sword from the Drago Man earlier. Well, Now you can see, you can go ahead and attach this flame effect onto the sword that comes with the Burning Knight. Really good. I love that sexy translucent plastic all the way through.
Yeah,
this figure is just amazing.
Yeah, I actually like the Burning Knight so much that I'm actually really seriously considering an extra breath set just to get a second one.
Wow. Do they have a live counter where you can keep up with how many people are buying? Like, I don't see a counter like on a Kickstarter.
No, there is no live count that we can view publicly. Jeremy's kind of been going through updating daily. And like we said, later he will be the shield has a sort of burning ember look to it. Yeah, it does. Awesome. Yeah, it does. And
the website has an update as of 9 o'clock, I think.
Right.
But I think it'll be
Jeremy's
updated
going to be
tomorrow.
Yep. Updates throughout this 24 stream, and we will be checking back in and making sure that we look into that and see who's got what. So the epic wings have been fully unlocked. So you're not just getting the wings and the Ashen Zombie. You're getting the full upgrade kit too, which comes with the rest of those heads from the Undead Builder. You get this burnt, crispy looking shield here. It's got all the smudge marks, the new kite shield. Again, you're getting the burnt up looking swords. I mean, these figures were cool. They did have these in the case at Legion's Con. Man, they're phenomenal looking. They go great with this set.
Yep.
I hadn't thought of this. Do you think those heads work on the graveyard zombies, on the graveyard skeletons? Those heads?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do.
Well, the color is going to be different, but I think that you could put them on different bodies. You know what I mean? That have clothing on. And they would work really well in that way. Like,
you could definitely pop this head on an armor.
I'm trying to think of names of characters, but of course my brain is like completely blank now because I haven't slept in so long. But that's what I was thinking with a lot of the alternate heads. You could just pop them on another body, or
any of the Armory Knights.
Yeah, like the Armory Knight, but like with the zombie head and the extra hands, and boom, you've got yourself a pretty cool looking zombie there too.
Blue tag zombie dong.
Okay.
So Warchest saying he bought one fiery set and 6 wings, and he's thinking about picking up another fire set. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. What are you going to do with all the extra wings?
It's a man with a plan.
He's going to fly.
Well, see, look, if freaking Brick, if Brick ends up deciding he wants to get this dragon but not backing the wings, maybe I'll just have to see if Warchest wants to sell me a set of wings.
Right.
Will Beyithirr be able to stand on his hind legs? So I'm pretty sure I saw pictures of that somewhere, but again, most of that's just a model.
Joe it's hard to say.
Joe, are you still here? Is it too soon to tell? Maybe.
Right? Yeah, I was going to say
that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
he'd be able to let us know. So we'll find out, though. I'm sure. I mean, their joints are always good. We know that Bugvar the bear can stand on his hind legs, so I can't see why Beyithirr wouldn't be able to either.
I heard that the Four Horsemen hired Big Greg just so that their joints would be good.
That's lost cause.
If they're asking because of the space issue of him having a smaller silhouette, he does like stand up on his front legs, and you can wrap the tail around and put his head up and look to the side and compress that silhouette quite a bit to take up less room. I have seen them do pictures of that.
So Warchest is mentioning this, and when I had to change up my plans, that was one of the first things I started looking at was, can I just not get some of those extras and still back the dragon by itself? Just to, again, try and lower that cost for myself. It just wasn't going to work out the way I could do it. All right. Joe says too soon. So we will be able to tell in the future, of course, as things progress.
What was the question?
If it could stand on its hind legs.
You can do good boy pose.
Yeah,
because
it can definitely be propped up on something, but
yeah,
that tail will only bend so far. They think so. We'll see.
We want to get him in the Michael Jackson Thriller poses.
Yeah, I think you can get him up on like a rock formation like they had at G-Con, but
what's up, Ed?
Ed's hanging out. What's up? Tail's in a very low position, might get in the way. So there you go.
But yeah, you could probably fudge it. Like if you're doing a photo, I'm sure you could.
Yeah. You could definitely.
You could have him, like arched up onto something, just probably not, standing upright on the back.
Just have somebody hold his tail, so that he stays up till you take your picture.
And it says, I stopped collecting Mondo Motu 1/6, and now he has extra funds for shit like this dragon. That will be a saver. So let me ask you, if you stop collecting the 1/6 scale Mondo, what about their upcoming 1/12 scale Mondo 2000X He-Man?
I know. I only want one more 1/6, and I think I should be done with them. So
with their 1/6 scale figures, it's tough to say because they all look so good when they come out. Even if you say you're done, like there's certain characters that you're just gonna want.
Yeah, I think I've got 13, one on the way, and then one more that I want, and then I think I'll be good.
Did you go in for the Goddess since they announced that?
Nah, that's too deep of a cut for me. But I did get Evelyn. I'm waiting on her, and then as soon as they do a Triclops, I'll get that, and then I think I should be good.
And that's a great range of characters from what they put out already. Like you get your mainstays, and that works.
I got He-Man, Tila, Man-at-Arms, and Orko, and Battle Cat. So that's kind of the good side. And then I've got Skeletor, and Beastman, and Merman, and Faker, and Trapjaw, Evelyn coming. And then if I get Triclops, I think I'm pretty good. So
nice.
Didn't get the Panther. I was hoping to get the flocked version, and then they didn't do the flocked version because I guess they ran into some problems. So
yeah, and that was a shame too because I was looking forward to that. It was cool to see that at PowerCon and be like, oh yeah, But I guess at that point, if you want a flocked cat that big, you could probably just buy a cat. So and dye its hair purple.
Yeah.
So G.I. Jetman says he picked up the Skeletor and Mossman at Ollie's, talking about the Masterverse because those are two figures that they've had there quite frequently. Joe's saying having trouble logging in, so he'll be here. It's a lot of way up to and forward. It will be difficult. Yeah, talking about the weight.
He might have been trying to log into the off-world because I sent that link into the chat, so he might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that'll be starting in about 12 minutes. So
I was going to say, we still got a little bit of time here. We can just resend the link for this one in the chat if he wants to hop on with us here real quick before we switch things up. There we go. And let me go grab out of the description of this because I want to drop in. Guys, again, make sure you head over to, in some ways, I almost feel like it's a sister show now because like almost half of the clubhouse is on Let's Go Off-World as well. It's almost like a sister show at this point. Guys, definitely head on over, subscribe to the Let's Go Off-World podcast YouTube channel.
Man, it goes against every fiber of my being recommending people to go to Off-World.
You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch it. Just go subscribe to it.
Yeah.
Like, go subscribe. You don't necessarily have to watch it if that'll make Curtis feel better.
I mean, the Legion's Quest is over there, and that's worth watching. But like the regular Off-World show, like I don't know, man.
Yeah. So that is the link for the next leg of the 24-hour telethon that we're doing here. All right, looks like we got Joe coming in now. What is up, brother? Glad you could have us.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
Gonna mess with some audio here for a moment.
He's down there looking like
don't sound like total crap. There we go.
Well, when Joe gets back, the other Joe,
The other Joe.
We did pass 400 subscribers on Offworld, which means I think he's supposed to be doing a giveaway for one of the old birds or something.
Oh, I thought he was shaving his
yeah.
beard. No? All right. Giveaway for the
Joe,
see that.
We hit 400 subscribers on Offworld. Weren't you supposed to do some sort of giveaway at 400?
I have a figure. I don't remember what the tiers were, but
it
we'll have to check that out.
300, 400, and 500. I think the 300 was the Brother Mandibulus, which we already did. And then I thought
we
yours
did the Brother Mandibulus. When did we do that?
So.
I don't think
we did that at 300, didn't we?
No.
Frank.
Because we were doing 300, 400, and 500, and we're at 400 now. We just got to 403. So
403.
Okay. Well, that's super cool.
I think 500. I was doing a troll at 500. I've
Are
got a
you
Brontus.
sure? We need to look into that because I think those numbers might be off.
Jordan's demanding that Dylan pull up the show notes.
Jesse probably remembers because he doesn't forget anything.
There was a graphic on here, but then when we switched StreamYards, it doesn't have the old graphic on here, so I don't know.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, but it's all right.
Maybe one of those dudes or Jesse has it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, I've still got the figure. I'm ready to rock and roll. Whatever the numbers were.
Right. Whatever it needs to be. Joe is ready.
Joe is totally.
Ready. And again, guys.
What's up, Joe?
Hey.
Good to have you join us here on Clubhouse, my little corner of Toy Tube, where we just like to hang out and play with toys, open up toys all night. So
sounds like a good time to me.
I like it.
I was playing with my BBD on live earlier. That's the Big Bad Dragoseer.
Well, that's what I call it. That's the studio. Yeah. That was the code name.
Sweet. All right, let's see here. Freaks Figs coming in with us so far. This has been awesome. I think I'll be only tuning into Offworld briefly before you have to go get some rest. Well, we appreciate it, man. We're trying to keep this party rolling for 24 hours. So as many of you can hang in there with us, definitely do so. If you can't hang with us, catch back up with us later. We're going to keep the momentum going. And
as long as you're up by noon tomorrow.
There you go. There you go. Again, Frank DeMunio joining us here saying, hey, all. Frank, I know you're coming in here towards the end, brother. We are going to be switching things up, and we're going to be heading over to Let's Go Offworld in a couple of minutes. I've got the link here in the chat, so definitely copy and paste that into your browser. Get that on there so that way you can be ready for it. I see the comments are already rolling in. The live chat's starting to go over there. So let people know you're there. Hit that like button. That's what I like to hear. We want to keep seeing that subscriber count go up. And it sounds like we've already helped quite a bit tonight with getting that subscriber count up over there. So we appreciate you. If you weren't subscribed before, subscribe to it. You don't necessarily have to watch Let's Go Offworld on Friday night. That might offend Curtis if people actually start tuning in. But
there's happy hours, there's appetizers to be had, there's other things.
There's other stuff.
I don't mind if people watch it, but what I don't want is for somebody to watch it and go, man, that was garbage, because I'm telling you right away it's garbage. So like I don't want to hear it later when you say like that was garbage. So
you're basically saying, oh, this is disgusting. Here, take a sniff.
I'm saying watch at your own risk. So
yeah. So I do want to say also on my channel, there will be a playlist where if you want to go back and watch this whole thing, as we get to each leg, I'm adding that show to that playlist. So you guys can actually pull that up and you can look at it in my playlists. But I'm doing that so that way, if you ever want to go back and watch all of this again somehow and be like, oh yeah, I remember that time that we fully backed the Bay.
And if you start Dark Side of the Moon at just the right moment during the stream, it all lines up. And you hit money just as the dragon hits 4,000. It's amazing.
It's true.
I recommend Doom Side of the Moon. It's one of the best renditions of that album, personally. It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
So TD3 Trooper is saying shit shows can be fun. Hey, look, man, that's how the clubhouse started. Literal shit show with prolapsed asshole and all. Says, oh yeah, that happened. I had an open mic night one night and got 3 times. But you know what? It only took 3 minutes of editing a 6-hour stream that night to get rid of that. So
Oz decided to go from literal buttholes to figurative buttholes, and that's why I'm here.
That's right.
Good.
Because it was shortly after that Joe started jumping on all the time. Ed saying, Curtis, I'm happy Big Calendar didn't catch up to you.
Yeah, I escaped this time. So
this time.
They got a lock on all the days of the year, so that's pretty crazy.
All right, K-Dog's back with us saying, good evening, guys. Went to a comic show and cleaned up. Nice. Glad to hear it. K-Dog, if you're not aware, we are about to go channel surfing, and we are going to be rolling over to the Let's Go Off-World to continue this party. So definitely make sure you hang out with us over there. We're gonna be here for the whole late night. We're going all the way through till dawn in all time zones. And, we're going to be rolling through till 11 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time because we're doing a 24-hour stream. We're just taking it across multiple channels.
Thank you for letting me jump in here and hang out with you in your house. Really appreciate it.
And Matt, thank you for joining us. This invite is always open for Saturday nights. This is what we do.
Absolutely.
Be careful with that. You never know.
Might get more prolapse.
I watch The Real Housewives sometimes, and I've got a lot of free time every now and then.
So Ed's asking Joe if did you scare off Big Calendar with a knife?
So Ed, 2 words, man: plausible deniability. Don't get me to
We're not admitting nothing
in this case.
The less you know, the better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go pop over to get Off-World ready. I will see you guys in a few.
See you over there, Curtis. We'll let this run a little bit longer as everything fills up and starts to fill in over at Off-World, and then I'll be jumping.
I'll pop in for the intro, Curtis.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off. I'm fading here. Been
Ken,
all day.
Thank you for joining us and flexing your awesome toy finds while you were out there.
No problem. I'm always good for that.
So. Yeah, Ken, that's fun.
That was good.
Yeah,
so
take care, everyone.
We're also counting it down till Joe Fest, right?
We are getting closer, getting much closer. So
can't wait to get my hands on some battle packs from Delta 17. I need more 1/18th in my life too.
Yep, they'll be shipping soon. So all right, take care, everyone. Bye.
Later, dude.
Bill English stopping in saying it's a great stream. I need to find my bed now, though. Good night, all. Well, Bill, thank you for being here, brother, and watching. We certainly know it's not easy to do all these, but yeah, we go late.
Is your bed running? Better go get it.
So, how do you join the stream on Saturday nights? If you ever want to come into the clubhouse and hang out and all like that, you just got to hit me up on one of my social medias. I don't mind sending out the link. That being said, if shenanigans appear, I do tend to cut that off real quick. So, like, if you're thinking about jumping on and showing some prolapse, I learned my lesson. Nah.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
So
that's a throwback.
Sean's asking, needs another appearance from Vecna with crabs. There we go. Get out there just for Joe, because we know Joe loves it.
Well, Curtis is gone, so I don't have to pretend like it upsets me. So
right. We don't have to keep the gimmick up.
Right.
All right, we got Kieran Edmond or Emon saying, good morning from the UK, 8 a.m. Well, I hope you're going to be joining us as we channel surf again. I like using that term, channel surf. We're going to be heading over to Let's Go Off-World. Keep the ball
I'm going to
rolling.
do that right now so I can do the intro with Curtis, but I'll see you fellows in just a little bit.
How many dragons you sold for you at 8 a.m.? Have you sold more? Are there more dragons sold there in the UK?
I wish. We're going to find out. I want to know how many international fans have picked up a dragon. That I am interested to find out.
So did you make a deal with someone to get one there, Oz, or what?
I haven't yet. Like I said, it's one of those things that I'm hoping when Brick gets back up, I will find out what's going on there, and hopefully we'll be able to go do that. All right, guys. I see the intro has started over on Let's Go Off-World, so we're going to be killing it here. Guys, again, drop the link in the chat. Go follow us over to Let's Go Off-World. Let's keep this party rolling, and let's see how many more dragons we can get sold before 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today.
Let's make it happen. Thanks for the support, guys.
Absolutely. See you guys. Awkward goodbye.